And she's saying, let's do the Kendra cam. You guys stand up and we see your full body. You have to stand up and we see your full body. The Kendra cam, Simon.
Oh, you want me to stand up?
Yes.
Bob, go to bed. She wants me to stand up. Okay, cool. No.
Oh, we got. Just never mind. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, please. Please sit your ass down.
Yeah, I got a 6-pack. I ain't fucking with these niggas.
Yeah, we
Like,
know you drank a 6-pack. I'm quite sure.
that's a good
quite
one.
sure you drank a 6-pack and more. Simon, when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer. We can't see your face, Simon.
No, that's a good question. Go on, say that again.
We gotta be able to see your face. Sit back down so we can see your full face.
All right.
When was the last time you had sex? You don't have to answer.
2 years ago.
You haven't had sex in 2 years.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for the right woman?
No. I want to have sex.
You don't want to have sex?
No.
Why not?
Because it leads to babies.
You don't want any more babies?
No.
So you want to meet a woman that you don't have sex with? Simon, is that the request?
I want to go traveling. I'd like to meet a lady that could just understand that we could just travel the world. There's many countries that we could go to and we could just chill. Like, we don't need to be just fucking and trying to have babies. Like, there's no reason for that.
Okay. All right, Simon. Why would a woman? Well, no. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
Being disciplined and understanding how food works and understanding your diet. Like, most of these cats out here.
Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like fuck it, where my mask at? The mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side manning shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound. And I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride, 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man, shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering and cursing. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got you clapped with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all. Good Saturday afternoon. Man, it took us a minute to put this together, but we put it together. Man, this is gonna be one of the greatest shows we ever did. Forget Patrice bringing on all them people she brought on. Forget the people that came on before. Forget everything. This show right here is just going. If it don't have you laughing, it'll have you thinking. Right? All right, man. Today's our special guest today is going to be Simon Hectic, man. And he is backstage and he is waiting to come up. We are going to go over his appearance on the Kendra G show. And not only that, if we have time and if he's wanting to, we're going to get his opinion on Priscilla the Queenmaker, because I saw him, make a video about her. But I don't know what his actual position is. So we're gonna, if we have time, we'll go over that. We'll go over that, and we will see what his position is, man. But it should be, my headphones. We should have. It should be a fun day. We just gonna have fun. And anyway, so before we get started with that, let's do the business. Check out Brother Eric, better known as 16 to Life, better known as Brother Chill. Man, check him out. This 24 years out up here in California, man, all over the place, man. Survived that and was supposed to do a life, but man, he, the dice rolled his way. He came home, man. So check him out. Going over to 16 Life, the YouTube page. He got a lot of funny stories about being on the street, moving them street narcotics, and also being in the pen. So man, you got some funny stories, got some sad stories. But mainly it's all about life, man. But go check out Brother Eric, man. Shout out to him for letting us use his music. Go over, check him out on 16 to Life, the YouTube page. Let me bring him down. All right, let's see. Before I bring Simon up, man, I gotta check everybody in, man. First, let me check everybody in. First of all, first up on the docket is the Great Pill Podcast. Shout out to the Great Pill Podcast. He said, "I'm laughing out loud. Can't wait to see what Simon said on Kendra G," right? So we're gonna bring him up. Don't worry, Great Pill. We're gonna bring him up, man, in just a minute. Who else in the building? Our sniper, Reese Neal's in the building, man. You gotta have an enforcer out there in the chat. And Risa Neal is our definite resident sniper out there in the chat. Don't get crazy. You want to ask Simon a question, that's cool, but we're not out here to disrespect nobody. So if you start moving funny, Risa Neal is the type of person, man, that's gonna put you down quick. She don't play a lot of games when it comes to disrespect, man. So she'll put you down quick, man. So just letting you know she's in the building, man. So don't say, I didn't know he was in the she's right there in the building. Who else in the building? OG Patrice. Shout out to OG Patrice, EP, executive producer out there. Shout out to her. Patrice in the building. Shout out to my sister. Who else is in the building? Sister Annie. Excuse me. Y'all got Simon up there? Excuse me. Right? Our administrator, Sister Annie, she is in the building. Shout out to Sister Annie, my Taurus sister, man. Y'all know I do not mess with these Tauruses, man. Why you don't mess with the Tauruses, clans? Because I'm a Taurus. I already know how they get down. They're real nice. They're real sweet. And but if you poke them the wrong way, all hell gonna break loose, man. You don't think you opened up the gates to hell, man, because Taurus ain't nobody gonna be more flip more on you than a Taurus, man. Taurus break everything up, right? But shout out to but hey, just treat us nice, right? Just treat us good. Just treat us how we treating you, man. We treating you good. Just treat us appropriately, man. We'll be fine. Who else? Who else is in the building? Who else is in the building? I think that's everybody that's in the building that wants to get checked in. Oh, shout out to Willie Dean. Peace to Willie Dean, man. Shout out to you, man. Good brother, man. Good brother. Willie Dean, good brother, man. Hopefully I can interview Willie Dean one day. Willie, if you're out there, man, man, hit me up in the email, man. Just let me know if I can email you one day, brother. I would sure love to do that. Okay. All right. And I think that's everybody wants to get checked in, everybody else in the bushes. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to introduce my special guest. Now, some of y'all know my special guest. We've had run-ins with him here, right? He's had run-ins with just about everywhere he's been, right? But shout out to this brother, man. I want to bring the brother on. I saw he had a little appearance on Kendra G show, and I thought it was some very odd situations that I want to ask him about, man. So I said, hey, man, let me just invite the brother on, man. Just did he say, brother Clarence, little shit. I ain't shady. Excuse me, I am not shady. All right, man, let me bring up brother Simon. Simon. Brother Simon, are you there?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man? What's going on with you? Okay, the first thing I want to do, man, is I want to have a contest with you, and we'll let the people in the chat decide, man. Can we do that, man?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Go.
Okay. I want you to do your best impression of me. Your best impression of me, man. Go.
You really want me to do that?
Yeah, man. However you in your mind think I sound or project, give it to us. Let us hear it.
Every time I hear you, all I hear is NWA, bro. I just hear that's all I hear, man.
Let me hear it, man. Let me hear it. I want to hear your impression of me.
MC Ran.
No. I don't want it. I want to hear you verbally impersonate me. I want to hear you verbally impersonate me.
Yo, brother be like, yo, get them backpacks. Get them backpacks. Get them backpacks for the kids. The kids, we gotta represent the kids. We gotta be out here in the community. The community gotta back us, and just represent the kids. That's how I hear you, bro.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Bad. All right, y'all. If y'all like that, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all like that, right? If y'all say, hey, man, you know what? He's on, Brother C. He got Bro C down, man. He, you know what I'm saying? Right? Y'all put a 1 in the chat. Now, here's my impression of you.
Jesus.
Well, I don't think that. See, what I had to say was really, no, I know. But what I wanted to say was, I'm from England, London to be exact.
Yeah.
All right, y'all put a. If I won, y'all put a 3. If Simon won, y'all put a 2. All right, y'all. Let's move on, man, because we got some big business to handle, man. Simon was on Kendra G. Simon ain't no Rudy Poot dude. He was on Kendra G. Now let me ask you something, brother. Why did you go on to Kendra G in the first place? What was that all about?
Yeah, I'm just single and dusty, man. So I went on. She let me on. I'm a dusty father. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I don't have kids. I don't
What does
know what's
Dusty mean?
going
What does
down.
Dusty mean? What does Dusty mean?
Dusty means I can't provide for my child, and that you got these
Oh
like
man.
ladies out here like speaking like they're
Man.
doing a better job than the fathers. It's like, okay, cool, all right. Yeah, know what it's like to wake up in the morning, like every day, and deal with that stuff. Like for real, as a
Let me
single
ask you
black
something,
male.
brother. Let me ask you something. Do you love your child?
Of course, brother.
Then you're
Of
not
course.
dusty. Now, according to the Queen Maker, you can't. According to the Queen
Yeah.
Maker, this is possible for you to love your child. But I'm asking you, do you love this child?
Of course, bro.
Okay,
Because
well, money is subjective to the environment. So that just because you aren't able to put money in their pocket or do something to them financially doesn't mean that you dusty, brother. I want you to remember that, because there's fathers out here that aren't able to get jobs because they got a little record or something. They got something, so they got to hustle to get their money. And sometimes the hustle is good, sometimes the hustle's not. But that don't mean they don't love their children. They out here trying to make it happen, right?
Yeah, that's why I work with them every
so
day. I work
yeah,
with them every day.
okay, good, man, good, because we don't want our brothers to accept that narrative that they dusty just because they ain't bringing in $100K.
Yeah, it's not. Nah, it's nothing to do with the money. I think money's a good thing. Like if you know how to manage it. I think even if you have money and you don't know, I mean, how many people out here winning the lottery and they're broke within a year? I mean,
Within 5, yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Money ain't everything for a reason, and nothing's absolute. So take your lessons, take your learning from the people that are teaching it, and get that speed if you need to be speeding for a minute, and relax when you need to as well. That's the name of the game.
Yes, sir. All right. Before we move forward, Sister Annie wants me to tell y'all about Willie Dean's book. Willie Dean has a children's book. Going down out there, get there. I think Sister Annie put it in the chat. You can order that book, man. If you have a child, you want to have a decent books, because there's hardly any decent materials for children to read where there's not some type of underlying a motivation in the book, man, to try to get them to turn them into something that they're not. Shout out to Don Frank, by the way. Willie Dean has a book out there, and so I want you guys you can spare a couple bucks going over to Willie Dean's, going over there and buy the book, man. It's right there in the chat. You gotta do is click on it and buy it.
I just saw that. It's called Love.
You what?
I just saw it. It's called Love.
Yeah.
Written by Willie Dean. Yeah.
And Willie Dean is a good dude
dope.
too, man.
I'm gonna get one of them. I'm gonna get one of them.
Right on. All right, man. Willie Dean is a good dude too, man. All right. So anyway, okay, Simon, how in the hell did you end up on Kendra G looking for a girlfriend, as Bobby Brown would say? Right? How did you? What happened? What made you click that link and do that? What happened?
I was watching her for a minute. You get what I'm saying? Like I watch a lot of people for a minute. I don't do nothing. I'm just like in the background. So, it's about that time. I had to speak to her about what we was talking about. That's just went down. It's like that, Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna let you go, bro. Because we could get into this. But
that's why I asked you to come over here, brother, so we can talk about it. Now, let me ask you this: This is the major question. Were you inebriated when you were on this program?
Yes.
I mean, it was not hard to assess that, but I just wanted to
my sister, my real sister, she I sent her the link to to the live. And she was like, "Yo, brother, why you sort of mash up on the damn channel like that?" She was like, "That's
Oh,
my real sister." Like, so my family is watching everything. So, but at the end of the day, I didn't have nothing to lose, and I wanted to check
true,
out Kendra's weave. You get what I'm saying? So,
true.
she's always over there like doing her thing, and
Shout out to Mom Bryant.
there's a couple of other people that I've like had conversations with that I'm probably gonna be doing stuff with. But yeah, I mean, I went, as I said, like I don't appear like that in everyday life. You gotta know that one, right? When people
Well,
see me,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know you, but I don't know you like that, man. I don't know what you're doing out there. I really
yo,
don't.
I went on in my dustiest form, bro. Like in my dustiest form. So
Now,
you know,
what was the purpose of doing that? If you're, because that was one of the questions I had. Like, you go on a show like that because you obviously are not being successful on your own, getting dates or getting the attention of other people. So you go on a show like that where you're going to increase your odds by increasing your visibility, right? That makes sense. But my thing is, why would you go on there in a dusty state expecting somebody to be attracted to that dust that you
yeah,
claim that you?
because it's
Why
real.
did you do
It's
that?
real because it's real. You get what I'm
But why?
saying?
But I'm asking you, what did you expect that was going to happen when you said, you know, I'm gonna go on here, I'm gonna be as dusty as possible, I'm gonna be as dusty as possible, I'm gonna go up here. What did you expect was gonna happen?
Because I don't want a woman in my life who's just gonna like take me for everything I got. I've already been through that, right? So
Okay,
I was married for 10 years odd. I've got children.
okay.
I know what my status is, and if I pull up my shit on people, they're not gonna be able to comprehend. My wife wasn't able to comprehend. That's why I got divorced. Like,
Oh,
so do you get what I mean? So some people are just from certain backgrounds, and if you understand relationships, it's like I ain't about to pull up there in a suit. Like some of these niggas are like brushing their teeth before they get on Kendra G and all the rest of it. And it is just like I ain't gonna do that. I want a lady who's gonna take me in my dusty form. Like, so if I'm ever in that dust in the shed trying to build a house, she's gonna still appreciate me. Like, I don't
okay.
want no
Let
fake
me ask you a
lady.
question.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you. But let me ask you a question. What type of woman do you think would appreciate you being dusty, quote unquote? I don't like that word, but I'll use it, right?
A
Because I
real
got you
woman,
here.
a real woman. Like since I went on
What
Kendra Z,
what does that mean?
I've been having like so many emails from women sending me pictures and doing all types of crazy
Oh,
stuff.
really?
Like, yeah, for real, for real. I can snap them up right now. Like,
Oh,
but I
okay.
ain't gonna do that to them. Like, I'm just saying,
Why?
I,
If they're
I
so
yo,
desirable, why you not snapping them up?
because it's they're just looking at maybe I can bankroll them or some shit like that. I don't know. You get what I
Uh,
mean? But I don't want to be with a woman that just wants me based on the fact of what they see or clout. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't do clout. Like I don't
cloud.
need clout. Yeah, I don't need clout. Like that, I came off Instagram like a month ago. I got like 2,500 viewers,
Oh, good for you,
followers
man. Good for
on
you.
Instagram. I might go back, but I'm just saying what I experienced on there was just ladies just coming at me, sliding in my DMs for no apparent reason, thinking I'm an idiot. Do you get what I'm saying? And the fact of the matter is, if you have not had a relationship or, for a certain period of time, you may think a man's a fool. You get what I'm saying? And this is the same thing with this Princella chick. Just because, and this just because message is not healthy for the black community as far as I'm concerned. Like, because you're trying to claim that there are men out here and all men are the same and we're all one in one and we're all dogs. She literally said that 20 minutes ago on another channel. All
Well,
men
well,
are dogs.
let me say this about her. You're never going to be able to have a meaningful debate exchange with her. And the reason why is whenever she establishes a position, she'll leave a back door where she can get out of it. So she'll be able to metaphysicalize a way out of what she says. So she may say, "Oh, All men are incapable of love. And then when you ask her, okay, so you saying all men, including your father, including your son, your child's father, and she'll say, well, now, and she will make a back door and walk out that back door. So you'll never be able to she's not a person that you should even work to try to debate. Let her go do her work, in my opinion. But anyway, let's continue. Let's deal with Kendra G, and then we'll move on to Princella. How about that? Can we do that, Simon? Okay. So let's start with you on Kendra G, and let's look at a little bit of it, and I'm gonna ask you some questions because, brother, I gotta admit, man, you have me confused. Just like the whole, I'm gonna go up here in my dustiest form. I expect a woman to be ready, be down with that. Okay, here we go.
What kind of lawyer?
I ain't decided on that yet.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Like initiating, like relationships and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
I received that. Thank you, Simon. Sounds like you have an accent. Where are you calling me from?
United Kingdom, London.
I'm from the United Kingdom, London. What's the matter with you, Kendra G? Are you an idiot or something? What's wrong with you?
Exactly. It's like shit. Look, no woman in my life has ever turned around to me wherever I've been in the world and asked me, where are you from? Because you could clearly hear my damn accent. It's like, yo, if you hear a nigga in the Bronx or you hear a nigga from Compton, it's like you should be educated enough to understand where somebody's from if you're well traveled. But anyway,
Simon, she's running a show, right? So she can't assume anything. She has to. You might be from. I met a guy. I was working with a guy one time, and he had a British accent like that, right? And I was like, "Oh, you from England, right?" And he said, "No, I'm from France."
Right.
He said, no. I just was in the army, and me and the guys used to talk, and I picked up their accents. He said, I'm French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I can't even hear it. He said, yeah, I don't speak that much French anymore. But he said, yeah, no, I'm from France. But so you can't just assume what's going. Plus, she's got women out there that don't know where England is or what England. Right? So you let you tell it. So
that's the thing. Right? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I don't want to be dealing with women like that. Like, to be real, like I've had women in my life from all over the damn world. So, I got children, and all of my children have been birthed by women outside of the country that I live in. And there's a reason why I'm on these internet YouTube streets and conversating with people like yourself, because I'm a global person, and that's just how it goes down.
Right.
I'm not necessarily interested in like the local neighbor, girl next door type chick at all, because most of the time, as you said, they don't travel, they don't go out, they're in their own space, in their own head, and then you get in a relationship with them, and it becomes real problematic. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Because it's like, yeah,
I agree with you, but that's why I'm asking you. Would you go out with a dusty woman? If you're going to go out and you expect a woman at her best to pick you at your dustiest, would you pick a woman at her dustiest?
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Not brushed, like hair not combed.
Let's start from the beginning. No woman's picking me. That ain't going down. A woman gets picked.
He said.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. He said. A woman gets picked. That's facts. Like, and most of these women now here with a voice and have platforms and whatever, they seem to want to change the narrative. No, it don't go down like that. At the end of the day, we got to put the ring on your finger. We got to propose to you. We got to put you through that church. We got to put you through that damn marriage and continue along that damn line for better or for freaking worse. That's what's going down. And what's going to happen is you're going to be in the house, and we're going to take care of you. We're going to be the protector. We're going to be the provider, and you're going to have the child, and we're going to sit back and we're going to watch you do that and guide you through that process whilst we go out and work and make this shit happen and build this damn community. What are these chicks talking about? Jesus, give me a break.
But Simon, I got a son like you. I mean, you can ask him a direct question. He won't, and he would not answer. I'm asking you a direct question. Would you pick a woman that didn't brush her teeth, that didn't get her hair together, that didn't put no clothes, that had a old soggy robe on? right? She didn't put herself
Yo,
together.
I don't mind a dusty chick as long as they're cooperative. I'd rather have a dusty chick that's cooperative than a chick that wants to just do modeling, go on Instagram, go and buy stupid clothes, tell me I need to give her $250 to get her damn hair done. And I'd rather have that dusty chick in her wardrobe just walking around my house. And as long as she was cooperative, yo, when the cops come by, we got the same story. Like most of these chicks out here.
But Simon,
Jesus.
here's where
Jesus.
this is one of the places I disagreed with Kevin Samuels. Okay,
Mhm.
Kevin Samuels said you want a chick that's cooperative, right?
Right.
I disagree with that. What you want is to have somebody who's motivated to cooperate for the right reason. So therefore, you don't want somebody that's cooperating with you based on some superficial reason, or you got money in the bank, or you got some type of something that they are trying to get access to, so that is feeding their cooperation. That's not what you want. What you want is them to have a cooperation based on their own set of standards that they have that agree with your standards, and therefore her alignment with your standards, that drives her cooperation, as opposed to, oh, Simon got money. Oh, Simon, because I believe this is where you told Kendra you were a lawyer.
Yep.
You did tell Kendra. Do you remember telling Kendra you was a lawyer?
She asked.
I know, but are you a lawyer?
Yeah, of course I'm a lawyer. But the fact of the matter is
All
I'm
right.
only gonna answer questions that are asked to me. So she's, that's part of protocol. Like that's what she does. I've been watching her show for a minute, and she goes, "What do you do? How tall are you?" She even made me say, "Oh, stand up, nigga." You get what I mean? It's just like Jesus Christ.
I mean, if she's got you on the show where thousands of women are watching the show, there may be one or two of them that say, you know what, that Simon ain't half bad. That Simon ain't
And
half
I
bad.
told
If you
you,
get him a haircut and a shave, you might be
I've been,
pretty good.
I've been getting emails. Like, don't get it twisted.
All right.
Like, ladies be sending me some stuff, and it's odd, like to me, because I've never experienced that before. But the fact of the matter is that's the whole reason why I went up there. I'm a single black male in my 40s. That's the deal. And globally, I'm capable of being with any woman on the globe, in the world. That's what's
Agreed.
going down.
Agreed.
Most I understand that most people are not able or may not be able to do that shit, but I am just that person. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm sitting in my house and I'm just chilling and I get on YouTube and I see some stuff, I'm just like, okay. You get what I mean? Like, even I mean, I don't even want to go too deep, but maybe me and Kendra G might. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Until you know. So
You all right, wait, let me see if I understand what you're saying, man. You're saying that maybe you might hook up with Kendra G. Is that what you're telling me?
Yo, you gotta stay tuned. You don't know what's going down in the background.
Is that what you're saying to me, Simon?
I ain't
I
saying
don't know,
nothing.
man.
I'm just saying people don't know
trying
what's
to
going
understand
down
what
in
you're
the
saying.
background.
Is that what you're insinuating?
It'll be interesting, wouldn't
That
it?
it's possible that would happen?
I can't say shit about shit right now. I'm just gonna stay on the topic.
Well, I don't know if you were paying attention to this little video that you did with her. I don't think she had those type of feelings for you, but man, I could be wrong. I could be
but you
wrong.
gotta
She could
think
be
why
DMing
did
you
you?
right now,
Yeah,
right?
but you gotta think why did she bring me up? Why did she? There was a good couple of people in the back, and she didn't have to bring me up, but she did.
I think Kendra G is a type of person that's gonna try to give it. She's gonna try to give everybody a chance, right? Even if you come up there crazy, she's gonna try to give you a chance. And then when you start going outside of yourself, well, I think at a certain point she realized that this was probably gonna, and it became a teachable moment for not you, but other men that were watching what not to do when you come up against your G, right? So we're gonna go back to the video, Simon. This is where you told her, I'm a lawyer. I'm an Esquire. It's Simon Esquire.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
you
right.
forget it. Don't you forget it. Here we go. This is Simon on the Kendra G Show.
In particular,
Okay,
I
lovely.
appreciate
All
you
right.
for bringing me up, man. I really do.
Okay. I appreciate you calling us up. How old are you, Simon?
I'm 43.
43. What do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer.
A lawyer? What kind of lawyer?
I ain't decided on that yet.
Okay, King. That answer right there was kind of crazy. Shout to Quantum. That answer was kind of crazy, brother. So can you explain to us what that meant? Because usually lawyers have a specific field that they work in, right? You said I ain't got that figured out yet. So are you a lawyer now? Are you going to be a lawyer, or you
No, I
have
was,
been
I
a
was, I
lawyer?
was just,
You
I was
just don't want to
conscious.
say what
I
field
was,
you're in.
yeah, I was conscious of what she was trying to do. So, like, I understood what was going down, and at the end of the day, I ain't gonna explain to the whole world what field I'm in, like, because that's a
Oh,
personal
okay.
thing to me. So I was just like, yo, whatever. I'm gonna deflect on that one.
Oh,
You get what I mean?
all right. All right. All right. Let's get back to Kendra G.
I have a practice, and what we do at the moment is we're working with students that want to be aspiring lawyers, and we're trying to get them to a place where they can actually decide where they want to be. That's what we're doing right now.
So,
So
I mean,
I gave a
I could be
clue. I
ignorant,
gave
so
a
I don't know the
clue.
answer to this, but I thought when you go to
Wait a minute. What? You gave her a clue.
Yeah, I gave a clue. Like I'm
What
like,
clue?
okay, this is well, I said what I was doing, but I didn't explain it fully. I didn't say specifically I'm this type of lawyer, but I said this is if you know what law is about, you'd understand that. I put it that way.
Ah, okay. Okay. I did not understand it, but okay.
No, it's
I,
not for everybody. I'm just saying it's one of them.
and if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. I just think that if you go on a dating show, they're probably gonna try to get as much information out of you as possible, so that
Of
the
course.
women can have as much information about you as they can, so they can decide whether they want to reach out to you. Right?
But
I would think that's the point, right?
I come back to this thing though. I'm looking for a specific type of woman. There's a difference. So,
Who
like,
knows that?
I know that because I'm on the damn show. So it's like I'm putting myself out there, right?
But
So
Simon, what about the women? The women, how do they know what you're
I
looking
don't
for?
want all women. Like, so so at the end of the day, it's like if a woman understands what I'm talking about, they're gonna clock into that, and they did. Do you get what I'm saying? As I said, I
Oh,
had
okay,
certain
okay,
responses from certain types of women. Do you get what I'm saying? I
okay.
don't want everybody coming at me because it's
Okay,
like
okay.
Jesus.
So are you going to be okay with the type of woman that's going to be okay with not knowing what's going on and just plowing right ahead? You're going to be okay with that?
Oh no, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right. Sister Annie
You're
said
talking
maybe
to
a
a lawyer,
student
remember.
rights
Yeah.
attorney. Maybe a student's rights attorney, Brother Clarence. I don't know. Hey, as long as the guy is able to pay his bills, that's cool with me. I did, I thought that was a funny answer, but then he explained that he just didn't want to put it all out there. I get that. That makes sense to me. All right, this is go back to Simon on Kendra G. Simon thinks that Kendra G may be interested in him. Oh boy.
law school, you have to focus on a certain type of law.
No, I mean, and that was the thing. Especially as a black person, um, when I went into law originally, I was thinking, like I was gonna go into all these spectrums that black people talk about, but then, um, given all the education I was granted with, I started to understand different things. So it's just like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna deal with that. What happens is you see her face?
I got a son just like you, bro. He could just talk and talk and talk, and you like standing going, "What? What are you
Yo,
talking about?"
if you've ever watched the lead attorney, give us lawyers a mic. I'll talk for damn days. Like I'll twist this around, I'll go up and down, and you won't understand what I'm talking about. And that's why you hire us because we're taught in that way.
That's
There's
a
a reason.
courtroom. This is
Now, this is
you're
a
trying
damn
to get
courtroom. When
women
you're dealing with
interested in
women,
you, Simon.
nah, women, look, yo, brother. When you're in a house of a woman, that's a damn courtroom in itself. I'll tell you that much.
I gotta
Because
admit that.
women,
I have to admit
women
that's right.
will
Okay.
twist and turn and go up and down and all around, and that's just what it is. So, and the fact of the matter is this is where we got to be, just to uplift our community because they complaining, right? They complaining, oh no black men out here, they ain't making six figures, blah blah blah, making more money than yo. Why are they complaining?
Yeah,
We need
why?
to step up. Because we need to step up as black men, and we need to put ourselves in positions that make them feel like we're leaders. At the moment, it sounds like
Wait,
we
wait,
got
wait,
all these
wait. Wait a
people
minute.
out here.
How you doing that going on Kendra G's show as dusty as you want to be? How is that showing that you're a leader?
I'm a leader in my own stance, bro. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm up there, and I'm just saying I'm being
I mean, I
natural.
believe that. I'm just saying you're not projecting that when you go on the show as dusty
Yeah,
as you want to
well,
be. You know,
yo, as I said, I want a woman who will walk around the house dusty. You think these women out here ain't dusty? They need men to make sure that they're not dusty. That's the fact. You get what I'm
but
saying?
if
Like,
you're
it's lies.
dusty, but listen, this is the same issue that I tell women that they have. The modern women typically want to attract traditional men. They typically want traditional men, but the characteristics of modern women turn off the average traditional man. Most men are traditional. Those characteristics turn good dudes off. So therefore, you're not going to attract the type of dudes that you want. You're only
Mhm.
going to attract a certain type of dude. And I'm
But
saying the same thing to you. You're only going to attract a certain type of female if you present yourself a certain type of way.
yeah, but let's be real. Like, most look, I love all black women. I love them. I
Both
married
of us,
one.
okay, we got that in common.
I was in a relationship for 10 years with one. Okay, married.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
and I can't date outside of my race. Although I do muck about on my channel and flirt a bit with other races, but I'm just saying I can't. The thing is, the thing is we gotta be real about this. We gotta build up our black women. Like they don't come to
Agreed.
us. They don't come to us like the X model. You get what I'm saying? Like that we see on the TV and who's all totally prepped up, where you got these companies turning around and giving them dresses and putting them on a walkway. It don't
Shout out
work
to
like
Diamond
that.
X, by the way.
I mean, it's difficult out here. It's complicated.
I,
So
I
who
agree.
who does that? Who's capable of actually, making them become their ultimate? Like us black men, we're capable of doing that sort of stuff. We're totally invested in this community. And the fact of the matter is no one could be more passionate about it than us. So as I said, that's why I went on dusty, because at the end of the day, I could have gone on a suit. I could have been like in my background and stuff. You go to my channel, you can see me in a suit. You get what I'm saying? But every time I come on a suit, like a black man wants to turn around to me and go, "Oh, why you dressed like that, Simon?" Why? Because they're freaking insecure. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to drop it down a couple of levels just to get on the playing field, so that you can have a conversation, because I'm invested. I can't go anywhere else. You get what I mean?
Okay, well, what is the point of going on a show like that inebriated? What was that? What was the point of that?
I drink in my house after dark. That's what goes down. That if I want to have a drink in my house and I can afford it, who's to tell me anything else? I don't care what people
Well,
tell
but
me.
that's not the point, Simon. You're right. You have the point. You have the right to do whatever you want to do in your house. But when
It
you go
wasn't
on
a
this,
daytime show. Like if it's daytime, you
okay,
see me in the
okay,
daytime.
but when you go on a platform like this, I thought the goal was for you to attract like-minded women that would want to be involved with you. And so what we've all been taught, and it makes sense, is that a first impression makes a difference. And why not have the first impression, as good as it possible? and
I
then
think I
go
think it's a
from there.
misconception because I think it's a misconception. That's just my
What's a
perspective.
misconception?
The misconception is if you sort of present yourself to women in the best form that you could be, then you get all the women. Like, all women are going to be attracted to you. But what I've been saying is, I presented myself in the dustiest form because I know what I'm capable of. I don't want no woman coming at me just because. You get what I'm saying? I want her to
I
understand.
understand that, but I don't think you're understanding how women work. I don't think you understand that. I think
Well, you
you
go-
are thinking like they
well,
should think
okay. So
like you,
you're
and they
you're
don't
you're
think
talk
like that.
you're talk no, but you're talking to a man that was married for 10 years. So at the end of the day, like, what is out here and what people spew is not necessarily true. Like, women don't necessarily like that shit. Like, this is the thing. Like, people think that if you want to come out here and, like, you want to floss, you want to show your car, you want to show your rims, you want to show your, oh yeah, I got a hot Rolex, I got a this, and it's like,
I
yo,
got a Rolex.
I strip myself down, brother.
Okay,
Look,
I get that.
I'm
I get
standing up in
that.
some dusty fucking.
Okay, I get that you stripped down, man. I get that you were
Yeah.
like,
So
but
now
now
that's the
Dusty
woman
has
I want.
another.
I don't want the woman that wants me because I can provide her with some shiny stuff. You get what I'm saying? Because real women don't operate like that. Because at the end of the day, let's be real, and I don't want to be rude, but most black women, if you wake up next to them in the morning when they ain't got all that pretty on, it ain't that straightforward. That's what I'm saying.
All right,
You
all
gotta
right.
love them for who they are. Let's get real.
Yeah, you got to love any person for who they are, right?
Hmm.
Right. What the first thing when you saw your mama without a wig for the first time, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know that was right. What I'm saying? So,
Yo,
we
my
gotta
my
love our
ex
people for who they are.
my
So,
ex-wife, she is pretty when she was pretty. You get what I'm saying? But I loved her for who she was, and I still love her for who she is. That's where we want to get to. We want to stop having these relationships where we're complaining about people and talking like it's nonsensical. Like, I get on a lot of these platforms and they go back and forth about relationships. Oh, this ended this way. Oh, that ended that way. Oh, this person done this to me. Oh, this. It's like, how were you raised, bro? You get what I mean? It's like, Jesus. I wasn't raised by anybody. I raised myself. My mom passed away when I was 16 years old. I raised myself. I can't
sorry
even
to hear
hardly
that, man.
go. No, no, no. It's not a sorry thing. I'm just saying, if I am able to do that, then what are you doing? That is confusion to me. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I have a different perspective. And maybe people don't
That
really
that that
totally
that
understand it,
makes it
but
clear. That makes it clear, definitely. Okay, let me answer this question with Sister Annie. Sister Annie says, Brother Clarence, wouldn't his presentation actually be what he says he wants to attract, right? So so if you're dusty, then you're trying to attract dusty women, correct?
nah. I'm dusty
Women, what?
in
That
dusty in
makes
yo.
absolutely
I
no
present
sense.
I presented myself as dusty to ensure that I don't attract women that like to see men in a form where it's like they're just coming up, because that's
But
what women
the
do.
only type of women that's probably going to want a dusty dude are dusty women.
No, not at
Does that
all.
make sense?
No, 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 not well. I get where you're coming from, but not really. Because if you've actually had a relationship for a long time, you will find that you need to be in like a state sometimes, and shit goes down. Like, we talk about all this stuff like depression, mental health issues, all the rest of it. Now, the reason why we don't support each other is because you take on a form of a person and you expect them to like have that going on throughout the whole relationship that you have. And the fact of the matter is that just does not happen, period. Like, we are not unbreakable. We are human beings. We are not
Of course,
perfect.
of course.
So, yo, I'll tell you something, right?
Eh?
Part of the reason why I divorced my wife is because I had a stroke.
Oh man, sorry to
And
hear that.
when I had a
That also
stroke,
explains a lot.
when
That
I had a
explains a lot.
stroke, no, I'm just telling facts. I'm just saying, like, when I had
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
stroke,
Okay.
she was scared She was scared, petrified, like because I suddenly the ambulance came around. They started putting all this shit on my face, with their electromagnetic bullshit. There were people around in the house, and she was just thinking, "Shit, what the
Okay.
fuck's gonna happen to me?" That's what she was thinking, and I could see it on her face. She wasn't thinking about me. She was thinking, "What's gonna happen to her? What's gonna happen to this child that we had?" And
Okay.
that's how women think. So,
Okay.
ultimately, I had to get to a point where it's just like, yo, I have to be unbreakable if I want this to continue, if I want this relationship to continue to
But
happen.
let me
But
ask you something, brother. How would you want her to think? Would you want her to be not concerned about your child and what's going to happen to her,
no,
so she
no,
can be in a position to take care of that child?
not at all. But this is what I had to learn about women. And it's
Okay.
not their fault. It's like we keep sort of trying to blame people. Women ain't built like that. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you're ever going to be a husband to a woman, listen to what I've just said there. If something happens to you, you're still going to have to be in control. Like if you take a bullet, if something goes down, if someone's in your house, if you hear that noise in the middle of the night, listen, I have a daughter, right? I have
Okay.
to check on her. I have to check on her frequently
Okay.
because she's just a different kind of nature to my son, different
Okay.
nature, and I don't want her feeling and growing up and being a whole woman and having to rely on a man who doesn't know what women look like. Like most of these guys out here don't know what women look like. They want to complain, all they're thinking about is sex. All that nonsense. It's like, no, 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 none of that. Like, I don't want. Listen, if a guy, Jesus Christ, don't. Why do you allow me on this platform? Jesus.
You're just talking, man. We're
if
just
if
talking.
you know if a man comes into my daughter's life and all he's thinking is about sex, we're gonna have a real problem, because I spent all this time investment, making sure she was in the right school, making sure she had the right friends, making sure that she ate the right things and was healthy. And you're gonna walk into her life and just go, "Oh yeah, she's another buddy." No, brother. In fact, you're not a brother if you're talking like that. You're nonsensical. Stop. Stop. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying there's a different caliber. And that's why I came in dusty like that, because I don't want no woman thinking in the same way that I'll do exactly the same thing with my child. If she's gonna come on a platform like Kendra G, I'm gonna say, come on, Dusty. Come on, Dusty. Do not come on in a like slick dress, like making all these
So you want to?
dudes
So
salivate over you.
so you want a woman that would come on Dusty and would come on in some raggedy jeans, a raggedy shirt, hair whooped, just looking crazy, right? That's what you want.
Not crazy. No, no. You could tell if someone's crazy or not. That's a difference. And I think most people can tell if someone's crazy. There's a difference. Like I ain't come on there on meds and all the rest of it. Like, there's a level to this. Do you get what I'm saying?
I guess so. I guess
Yeah.
so.
I ain't on meds. I don't do shit. I ain't smoke. I don't, I have a little drink in the evening, and that's what I do. You get what I'm saying? So
Simon, a little drink.
yeah,
All right, we're
I'm
gonna
a
watch this.
lightweight. This is the thing people don't understand. I'm a lightweight. You get what I'm saying? It's like so, and
Yeah, yeah.
especially in the
All right,
middle
we're
of the
gonna
night,
watch
I
more.
get a bit tired.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna watch more of Simon. This is Simon on Kendra G. He thinks that Kendra G may have some type of interest in him. I don't know what's going on with Simon, but anyway, we're gonna watch a little bit more of Simon.
Criminology, like dealing with people coming into things that they don't like aspire to, going and like getting arrested and all this basic stuff. Um, yeah, I was just like, nah, nah. ESG, if you know about ESG, right? ESG is um you know something that black people don't really understand. So I was
Oh,
granted with that
okay,
perspective.
let's keep.
Okay, what is ESG, Simon?
ESG is in it. Can you hear me? ESG is
Yes.
environmental, social, and governance. It's something that I think a lot of people should tap into. It's like when people start talking about climate change,
Ah,
there's a
okay.
big market for that.
Okay.
Sustainable energy basically.
Got you. Got you. Okay. All right. Let's continue with Simon.
Keep going. Simon, you have any kids?
I have three.
How old are your kids?
They are 16, 13, and 6.
All by the same woman?
No,
How many women?
3.
Three. Have you ever
Baby mamas.
been married?
Yes,
When? How many times?
once
Once. When did you get divorced?
in 2019.
Okay. Okay. What's your zodiac sign, Simon?
Aries.
Aries. So this is Simon, UK, London, to be specific. 3 children, was once married, 16, 13, and 6. 43 years old, is a lawyer. We don't know what kind. He doesn't know what kind of lawyer he is.
At this point, yeah. But yeah, go. I your breakdown is spectacular. I love it. Go on.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm an Aries, and
The
unpartial to
thing
conversations with women.
is, what'd you say, man?
I said I'm not impartial to conversations with women. So you
Oh,
know, I kind of sort of saw where she was going. You get what I mean? So I was being kind of slick there, which was kind of wrong. But yeah, yeah. Should we continue? I don't know.
yeah. What are you doing, Simon? What are you doing? What are you doing with Kendra G, man? You are just sticking the blade in farther and farther and farther, man. She is just like, man, what is going
Yeah.
on? Shout out to Kendra G,
Hmm.
man. She's got a lot of patience, man. Got a
She's
lot of
good.
patience.
She's good. Yeah, she's good.
All right, man. Let's get back to Simon. Simon says Kendra G is gonna hit him up.
I had the opportunity to actually get my head around the fact that I have to raise my child or children, and you know, that's just what went down. I don't date. I don't actually interact with women now, just based on the fact that a 10-year marriage. And when you're in a marriage, it's a very different thing to being in a relationship. Um, so you know, black women are the most incredible creatures on earth. That's what we don't really understand. Black women are the most incredible creatures on earth.
So you just made the leap from you've been in a relationship and you're not being with women. Now, why did you say that? Why would you have put that like that? Well, and let me ask you this: do you think the way you put the fact that you had not been, with a woman, the way you put it, do you think that was helpful to you, uh, getting women to, uh, be interested in you intimately?
I was just being straight up. I got 3 children. Like, and most women, especially at my age. I mean, I'm in my 40s, right? So most of the women that are going to come around my way, I'm not really looking at like dealing with like a 24-year-old or some shit like that. Like, I'm looking at maybe someone that's past the walls. So it's like, in no man's land. So
What
that's what's
what
really
what
going
age is
down.
that? What age is not? What
maybe
age is no
about
man's
maybe
land?
about 30, 45. I don't know. They could be
45.
45.
Okay.
Yeah, 45. Yeah. Yo, the only women out here at 45 that still look like they got something going on are black women. And that's why I said, like,
Ah,
black women are the most incredible because we don't have anyone else out here like that. I don't even want to talk about those mountain Asians. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, we gotta appreciate what we are entitled to. And at the end of the day, if I'm entitled to a black woman who's over like 34, maybe 45. I don't know, who's still got her thing going on. I don't want to deal with certain people. You get what I mean? I walk around all day long and I see creases on certain racist faces, and I'm saying, yo, I'm just glad not to be part of that, because it is what it is. So you know, that's what I was trying to explain, in a weird way.
Okay, and definitely weird. Definitely weird. Okay, so because I'm trying to logically put this together, and then we got to
Mhm.
we got to hurry up with this, Kendra G, because we got to move on to Princella, man. All right, so the goal here was not necessarily to get as women, but it's just the goal was just to put your stuff out there. Am I getting you correct?
Yeah, I just in my profession, like if you go to my LinkedIn page, for example, you'll find that it's totally different to my YouTube personality. Okay, like I have women that are fine, fit, and feminine. That's just me. That's just how I like them. Like
Ah,
I'm not saying that other people could have their breakfast in another way. You could scramble your eggs however you want. Okay, we have that free will and choice. That's just my preference. Okay,
uh-huh.
so I ain't about to deal with something that I can't deal with, because not based on the fact that you're just that person. It's just at the end of the what it is I know what's going to go down. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to
Uh-huh.
have any insecurities in my relationships, like, because life's testing as it is already. Do you get what I'm saying? We already got so much to deal with that I don't need someone coming into my life and then it becomes further complicated. So when you're taking on a whole body, and as I look at it's more about sort of like, I want a woman in my life where, not to say like she's uh um a woman that is a made woman as such, but I don't want a woman coming into my life thinking like she needs to think about stuff too tough. I think that gets real complicated. Like, I don't want to be having arguments about stuff. I don't want to be talking about petty stuff. Do you get what I'm saying?
But
Like
but but but
kitchen
but
cloth.
listen, Simon. You don't have to argue with a woman. You never have to argue with a woman. We as men choose to argue with women, right? We don't have to argue with them.
Sorry, say that again, bro.
I said you never have to
I don't know. I
argue
think,
with a woman. Well, you don't have to argue with anyone, a man or women,
well,
but
sometimes
definitely a woman.
it,
There's nothing to argue about.
well, I'm not talking about like in a nonsensical sort of sense, but when women have children and things like that, they can get real emotional about stuff. Like
Agreed.
when they go through pregnancies, that 9 months is a big deal. Like,
Agreed.
and if you're not there to support them, and even post that, so they being in the hospital with them and holding their hand, and after just being able to provide that security is a big deal. Like,
Agreed.
so if you're not in a position to do that, it could get complicated real quick. And it's not neither of, I don't think, anyone's fault, but it's just we don't really think about this um from the outset. We just think, okay, everything's cool, we're in our emotions and all the rest of it. And you get what I mean? It don't pan out like that. And I don't think we're hating on anybody, but that can become real quick. Because when a woman's scorned, it's a problem. Like, she will do anything, and it's hard to see, it's hard to watch. You get what I'm saying? My ex-wife has done some crazy stuff, real crazy stuff.
All right.
You get what I mean?
I
And
do.
just based on the fact that I divorced her, and I didn't want to divorce her, but I had to because of the safety of our child. But she done some crazy stuff, outrageous stuff I've
Okay.
never seen before, like in the worst situations with men. So
Oh,
we
okay.
it goes somewhere. So that's why I'm saying, like, if I'm ever gonna get into another relationship with somebody, they they've got to understand what's going down. Like, I'm not looking to get into a relationship and have it go down for like 2, 3 years. All that nonsense. It's a lifetime commitment. I mean,
Okay,
10 years is a
okay.
decade.
Okay, Simon. Simon, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying that, some of the things you might be doing might be a hindrance to your overall goal, which is to be in a long-term relationship with somebody who cares about you, right? But if you're doing certain things that gonna stop that, you might be pushing a square peg into a round hole and trying to force it in there, and that ultimately is gonna be a problem. So I'm saying that maybe you should look at it from the woman's perspective, right? Because if you don't want somebody dusty, why would a woman want somebody dusty? Why would a woman be interested in a man that was that presented himself as dusty, even if he's a billionaire, right? But if he presents himself as dusty, why would she be interested in him?
She'll only know. Yeah, this is the internet. You gotta remember that. But she's gonna only know what's gonna go down when she comes into my real life and walks through my door. Apart from that,
But that's the
I ain't
point,
listening.
Simon. Simon, that's the point. Why would she even enter into your real life? Because you presenting yourself as dusty. Number one, why?
Because she has the same ideology. She would understand where I'm coming from. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
And
women don't
that's
have
what
that.
I want to.
Women don't have that
Yeah, but
ideology.
I don't want all women. This is the thing. Like,
But
it
I'm saying
comes back
none
to
of
this
them have
thing. It's
that
like,
ideology. They're
if
not
you
set up
if you
that way.
present
They're not set
if you
up. They're set up to try to find somebody who can demonstrate their ability to do certain things. That's what
I'm not
dating
trying
is.
to. I'm not.
Dating
I'm
is a
not trying to.
demonstration period. It's
I'm not
like when
trying
you
to
go into the
attract all women.
listen,
This is
Simon,
the thing.
Simon, 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 listen to me. You go into the CVS, right? The drugstore, and they have the little toothbrushes that you can push the button and see. You can listen to how the brushes sound. You can listen to. They already have the batteries in there. You can kind of demonstrate and see what's going on. Dating is like that. Everybody's trying to demonstrate that they have certain things that the other person's looking for, right?
Yeah, but
That's what this is all about.
I don't date. I said this. I don't date. Like,
But
if a woman's gonna come into my life, she has to be a prospective wife. If a woman is gonna come into my life, she has to be a prospective wife.
Okay,
I
but
ain't
why?
I ain't dating
But
like
I'm
that.
saying, why would somebody attach their wagon to a dusty dude? Why would they be interested in doing that?
No, there's a difference. I'm not dusty myself. I'm presenting myself
I
as
I
dusty.
know
There's a
you're
difference.
not dusty, and you
So
know
there's
you're
a
not dusty.
difference.
But if you're
So
presenting yourself like you're dusty, the woman may not even go past that and say, "Well, Simon's a nice guy and all that, but I'm at a point in my life, I don't have time to be with a dude that's trying to figure it out no more. I need
mhm,
somebody who's more, they kind of got their shit together and they're moving in the
mhm.
direction that they need to go in. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I do. But there's a reason why flies run to shit, right? There's a reason
Why?
why, because they think it's delicious. The thing is like, I'm not that piece of shit, so I understand. Jesus, I
It's
understand.
my fault because I asked y'all. I asked him.
Yeah. Yo, can I can we
Holy
have an,
smokes.
can we have like a 1 minute intermission, because I just need
Yeah,
to do
go
a
ahead.
little
Go
more.
ahead. We're gonna
All right, I
why
appreciate it.
you let me know when you come back, but we're gonna watch a little bit more of Simon. Watch you more on Kendra G. So this is Simon on Kendra G. Now this is the point at where Simon will be back in a minute, but this is the point where Kendra G said, "Stand up, Simon. We want to take a look at you." Right? This is what they call it, the Kendra cam. So this is the point where Simon said, where she said, "Say, Simon, stand up for the Kendra cam." Right? And oh boy.
Okay, so you're willing to go all the way down to 10K.
Yeah, if
Okay.
she's genuine.
And she's saying, let's do the Kendra cam. You gotta stand up and we see your full body. You have to stand up and we see your full body. The Kendra cam, Simon.
Look at Simon. What? William, why I have to stand up? I don't have to stand up. I don't stand up at my job, at my employer. Like, hey, Simon, get up. We want to see what you're working with. Who? Me?
Oh, you want me to stand up?
Yes.
No, Simon, we want Kendra to stand up. No, of course we want you to stand up.
Bob, go to bed. She wants me to stand up. Okay, cool.
Oh, we got. Just never mind. Sit down. Sit down, please. Please sit your ass down.
Yeah, I got a 6-pack. I ain't fucking with these niggas.
Yeah, we
Like-
know you drank a 6-pack. I'm quite sure.
That's a good
Quite
one.
sure you drank a 6-pack and more. Simon, when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer. We can't see your face, Simon.
No,
Now Simon sat back down and he ain't got sense enough to put himself back in frame, right? Simon is classic. This is classic Simon. Oh,
no,
man.
that's a good question. Go on, say that again.
We gotta be able to see your face. Sit back down so we can see your full face.
All right,
When was the last time you had sex? You don't have to answer.
2 years ago.
You haven't had sex in 2 years.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for the right woman?
No, I want to have sex.
You don't want to have sex.
No,
Now I gotta ask him when he comes back. How did you think that was gonna go over as far as attracting women? I think you're gonna get asexual women, right? I mean, they're the only ones that don't want to have sex, right? Or maybe you attract some lesbians. Well, maybe, right? Simon, I want to be with you, but I'll have sex with women because I only have sex with women. But we can be together. We can be in a relationship, right? All right, y'all. This is Simon on Kendra G. And Kendra is about to pull that fake hair out of her head. Holy smokes.
Why not?
because it leads to babies.
You don't want any more babies.
No,
So you want to meet a woman that you don't have sex with? Simon, is that the
I want to
request?
go traveling. I'd like to meet a lady that could just understand that we could just travel the world. There's many countries.
I don't want to have sex. I want to travel. Good luck on that one. Good luck with that one, Simon. Simon, are you back? Yeah, Simon's not back yet. Simon says he doesn't want to have sex. He wants to travel. Right? I mean, I think it's good that you want to travel. I think that's good. But I think that the average, here's the problem that in my opinion that this is going to present. When you step into the sexual marketplace, which is what you're doing by going on a show like Kendra G, you are effectively putting yourself out there in the sexual marketplace, right? You're saying, I'm available. I would like to be, if you are interested in a person like myself, contact me. This is the sexual marketplace. Unfortunately, when you enter into the sexual marketplace, the small print says that you at some point going to have to be willing to have sex, right? Because this is the sexual marketplace. This is not the non-sexual marketplace. This is not a place where you go where you're looking for people that not want to have sex. In the sexual marketplace, almost everybody that's participating it understands that at some point sex is going to probably come up. So once you say and declare that you're not interested in having sex, I think that's going to remove a lot of people from the people that's going to select you or the possible candidates that may select you. That's in my opinion, right? Quantum said it sounds very sugar daddy-ish, right? You know what, Quantum? I don't know what Simon has gone. You see, I'm trying to ask him questions. He says he's a lawyer. He says he takes after the lead attorney, right? So he's very good at evading the direct questions that we asking him, right? Well, maybe he'll do better when we start talking about Princella, right? But anyway, let's get back to Simon. he thinks that oh, Simon's back. Simon's back. All right, so Simon, we're gonna get back to you on Kendra G's show, and we're gonna get back to that.
And we could go to and we could just chill. Like we don't need to be just fucking and trying to have babies. Like there's no reason for that.
Okay. All right, Simon. Why would a woman? Well, no. What are three flaws you have to work on?
Um, being disciplined and understanding how food works and understanding your diet. Like most of these cats out here are just fat as fuck. I'm not being rude or anything. I'm just saying, like you are fit as fuck. There's a difference. Like I get like so hooked up with so many of these chicks in my IGs, and they are large as a motherfucker. And
Okay, Simon, what's wrong with a large chick?
as I said, it's just my preference. I can't be laying down with someone that's double the size of me, man. That's not happening.
Why?
And all the especially
Why not?
we gotta think about the seasons, right?
Okay,
So in the seasons, things change. There's spring, summer, autumn, winter, right?
of
And
course.
yo, in the summer, I can't be having a fat chick next to me, man. I'm sorry, that's not happening. It's not going down, like because
Why?
she'll be
Why not?
because the sweat's just gonna be like making me change the bed every 2 damn days, and I can't do that. Like
Uh,
I got a routine. I got a routine, and
uh,
I'm not saying it. No, people be awake. Do what you need to do. Like plus size is the must size nowadays, right? But I'm just saying,
no. It doesn't matter. And Sister Annie, listen to this. It doesn't matter to me if you have a preference. I couldn't care less. That's you. You have to live with your preference. But what I'm saying is, why are you I'm trying to find out why you're excluding the bigger women. Why? That was
because
my question.
I ain't big. I ain't big like
I'm not
that.
saying
Like
you
I know
wrong
I
for
know.
doing that. I'm
No,
asking you why.
yo, I got a brother and he's like 6'7" and he eats a lot of chicken. Do you get what I'm saying? He's like a security guard.
Okay.
He's larger than a motherfucker. Now he could take on a chick like that, like a big chick, like
Okay.
and like throw her around, do all that sort of stuff. I can't do that. So that's just my preference. I'm just like, yo, I'm just saying, like realistically, I'm not gonna be doing that. Do you get what I
Okay.
mean? Don't matter how much you come at me, like in terms of going, yeah, okay, we can do something about it. No, we can't. We can't. Like we're gonna have a problem at some point in time. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care what you're saying to me. We're gonna have a real problem. Like
Okay. All right.
because I
I
got a
just
different
was
type
asking.
of regime.
I was just asking to get a better
Yeah,
understanding
no, I'm
of
just
your
saying.
position.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, I like to cycle. I like to go out. I like to like do adventurous shit. Do you
Big
get what I'm
chicks like to
saying?
do a lot of stuff
And
like that.
I don't want to be I don't want to be dragging somebody behind me, going, "Oh, yo, I'm out of breath." Like, no, I don't want that shit. Like,
Some of these
it's
big chicks are in good shape. Some of them, they in good shape. Some of them.
yeah. Try and make them climb a mountain. See how what kind of shape they're in.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get back to Simon on Kendra G. We're almost done because we got to get to Princella. We got to get to Simon's position on Princella. So anyway, let's get back to Kendra G. Simon thinks maybe there's a spark there.
I'm like, wow, how did you get like that? I'm sorry. Don't do that. Like you need to sort of understand. And the funny thing is like, even though I speak to them, like I had a whole conversation with them, and it's like, yo, I'm gonna get this whole like, rib shack and put on the barbecue. It's like, and I'm, oh, yo, it's crazy, man. I want a fit, feminine woman in my life. That's all it is. And if you can't sort of do that, then that's all it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, get with that other dude because the other dude's just gonna make you feel like you're okay.
All
But the fact of the matter is you're not gonna
right,
be
man.
healthy.
Let's look at Kendra G. Are you paying
Yeah,
attention to what Kendra G is looking like? Are
yeah,
you paying
I am.
attention to Kendra? I don't think. Hey, bro. I don't think you got. I don't think that call's coming. I don't think that. I
No,
don't
no,
think
she
that call
knows.
from Kendra is coming, man.
No, she knows, and I'll tell you why. Because I had a couple of larger chicks on my channel, and they came up and they kept following me around YouTube and stuff, and I had to like bounce at them. I was like, "Yo, please just stop," because I know like what you're thinking, but I ain't thinking what you're thinking. So like, what Kendra G's look right now is like she was just like, "Yeah, I understand what Simon's saying," because you get what I mean. But the audience needs to understand at the same
I would. The one word I could use for Kendra
time.
G's look right now would be disturbed. That would be that would be the look. That would be the word I would use right now, man. Very disturbed
Yeah.
because she does not look like she is I don't know,
But let's
Simon.
be
What
let,
that
let's
means.
be real. Let's be real.
And I
Like
think you turning
most
her
of these chicks
on,
out
man.
here are confused. They're confused. That's the look on her face. That's what I saw. She was like, "Yo, these chicks are confused."
Hold on, man. Hold on. Oh, we got a cash out from Sim Simmer. Thank you, brother Sim Simmer. Appreciate you, man, out there in the
Salute,
bushes. We appreciate you,
salute.
man. Cash out, man.
Oh
Very
Jesus!
generous.
Did you just say the
Very
bushes?
generous.
Oh my
Very
lord!
generous. See, Simon, you're making me all kind of money, man. I'm gonna be rich. I gotta have you on
Yeah,
every
that's
week.
what we're here for. We got to build each other up, man. That's what we're here for.
Shout out to
Jesus.
Black Pint, by the way. Black Pint said he just wants a woman that he can pick up and carry her if need be. That's all. Well,
Yeah, that's right. Why
I
not?
don't have no problem with
You know,
somebody
you know,
strapping.
we have this old tradition. I'm from the
Quantum said
Caribbean,
she's
so
doing. Quantum said she's your interpreter.
Jesus. We have this old tradition. We have this old tradition about walking the woman over the line when we get married, and you need to be able to carry her when you get married. If you can't carry her, you have a real problem. There
That
is
would be
no way.
nice.
There is no way I'm dealing with one of these
Watch yourself, Simon. Watch it.
yeah, I'm trying. I'm yeah, I'll leave it at that, man.
But
Thank
no,
you,
no, but
Quantum. I like
you should have
Quantum.
a preference. You should have a
Quantum.
preference, and you should follow your preference. I mean, if that's what arouses you sexually, you should follow your preference. I mean, that's
I just think we
definitely,
got to be real. Like we keep like,
yeah, definitely,
and the women out here saying the same thing. They're like, oh, men will stick their thing in anything. It's like, no, I ain't sticking my thing in anything. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Like what? Do you know what I mean? No, my body's my temple. I ain't got tattoos. I ain't got nothing on there. Like I take care of myself. I take care of my house. I take care of my child. Like
All
if
right,
a
right
woman
on, man.
cannot come into my house and respect that, no. You want to
Well,
step and get with those gangsters and those trippies and those lilies and those lalas that want to talk some nonsense in your ear and make
well,
you lay down and have a disappointment for the rest of your
we're
life.
gonna
I
get
ain't
to
dealing
that.
with none of that.
We're gonna get to that, Simon. Simon, we're gonna get to that because we're gonna talk about Princella next, right? I heard you had some very different opinions than her, so we're gonna talk about that next. So let's get through this Kendra G situation where you went on there dusty as you want to be, and you want a super bad baddie, right? You want a honey, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not able to do the math on that one. But okay. All right, this is Simon on the Kendra G, and Simon says Kendra might got eyes for him.
Okay. Okay. All right, Simon. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Okay, this is a great question. Now, everybody out there, I want you guys to sit back and listen. Don't drink anything now because it might come through your nose. Listen to Simon.
Say that again.
Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a millionaire.
Oh boy.
You're a millionaire, Simon.
Yeah. Bars.
So you want a woman that wants you for your money only?
No, I can make her become.
Okay. Let's stop right there. You said now she asked you why would a woman be lucky to be with you? Your response was because I'm a millionaire. What exactly does that mean?
Because you can only elevate each other. And I think this is a thing people don't understand. It's not really sort of about me. When a woman walks into your life, it becomes about the family. It's not really about you anymore. When you're having a solo dolo life and it's like, okay, I'm cool. It's like, that's okay. You could be a millionaire by yourself. It's like, yeah, all right, get all them snacks. But the fact of the matter is like when a woman comes into your life, you start to think about family. There's a difference. So if you're able to
Should.
build and you're in that position, then that just makes everything that much lighter. It makes the weight come off your shoulders. We don't want to
But
be worrying about shit.
but the fact that you're a millionaire in itself, in my opinion, is not does not afford security. You
All
might be
right.
a
So
millionaire.
is it okay to you know, I'd say earn sort of like 15K or something? That makes it okay. You want to go into a relationship with someone and try and marry them and have children at that? It takes
No, no, no,
25K
no,
to
no.
raise a
Listen,
child.
listen, Simon, listen. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, just because you're a millionaire, that doesn't mean you're going to be a good person. You understand what I'm saying?
I
There's still
understand
some
what
other
you're saying.
issues that need to be like the fact that you're a millionaire, that not necessarily translate into a good relationship, a good father, a
I
good husband.
understand that. I understand that. And the thing is I'm not necessarily the most smartest person on earth. You could be as stupid as you're intelligent. I know that for a fact because my ex-wife, she's one of the smartest people, but at the same time, she could be one of the most stupid people. You get what I'm saying? And I don't give myself gravitas for being who I am. I was just stating who I am. She asked me a question, I responded. The fact of the matter is that's how it is. But I don't sort of detract that from other people. I think
Because that's the
anyone could.
Kevin Samuels. That's the Kevin Samuels standard talking point where I got money, therefore I'm a good catch because I got money, and that may not necessarily be so. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, someone in your chat turned around and said, if you're a millionaire, you need to keep that quiet and make
Yeah, shout out to
sure
Diamond Axe.
that she loves. No. Why? Why? I'm not in a relationship. So that's the
But
whole
don't
point of
you
me
think
going on the
that
platform.
don't you think that if you're have millions of dollars or you have access to millions of dollars, you're a millionaire, quote unquote. Don't you think that that would motivate some women to be involved with you just on the just on the circumstance that you have access to this money?
Yeah, that's why I came up dusty. You get what I mean? It's that thing. I know who I am. So I'm not coming up there presenting
But you
myself in
coming
a
up
certain type of
dusty,
way.
then you saying you're a millionaire. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
conflicting information. Yeah.
It's not really that conflicting. As I said, I only come on YouTube in my spare time. Like in the daytime, you never see me on YouTube. Never. Like you'll
No, no,
never
no,
see
no,
me.
Simon. You might be a millionaire. I'm not saying you're not a millionaire. What I'm saying is that how you represented yourself on the show. I don't think that it's gonna. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But you saying you got people at from your participation on the show, you got interest, right? People contacted you. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
That's
obviously,
natural though. That's
I don't know
natural.
what I'm talking about, right?
No,
Obviously.
you do. No, yeah, no, that's natural. I mean, I've had responses. I've had people sending me pictures. I've had people come on my show. Like you can see it. Like go over to my channel, you'll see. Like
Okay.
suddenly it was just this and that. And originally I just like to just get on YouTube sometimes and just wrap it, like just wrap it up. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I have a long day. I deal with a lot of shit, like in terms of people, cases, and all the rest of it. So
Okay.
sometimes I just like to get on YouTube and check some shit. Like I'm not trying to. I might get to the point where I become a real content creator. But that's something that I just watch people, I aspire to them, I see what they're doing and how they build. Like I ain't trying to be them.
Well, you got interest right here in our chat right here, right now.
Okay, what she say?
Said,
Simon, you are witty, honest, compassionate, disciplined. What is your character makeup? I don't know.
you ain't been paying attention too long. You said Simon's witty. He definitely is witty. Honest, compassionate, disciplined.
You
I
see
don't know
what
about all
Vaughn
that.
said. You see, Vaughn is a dude that knows some stuff. I could tell. because
Yeah, Vaughn definitely.
me and Vaughn being like even before he was on your platform, we was at Miss B Finesse's
Yeah,
thing.
Vaughn is
Like
definitely, this ain't Vaughn's first day on the
he
rodeo,
he
definitely for
knows.
sure.
He knows. That's what I was about to say. Most millionaires dress down. We're not out here trying to do that middle road stuff because at the end of the day, we don't want to attract people that just come into our life for no reason but the fact
I
that they want a
understand that.
bag.
I
You get what I mean?
understand that. There's a difference between dressing down and being dusty. That's what I'm trying to say.
I
There's a
know, but we
difference
can all,
between.
I just look at what's going on in the YouTube streets, and I try to compare myself to some of these cats. So when I see them up here, I'm like, yo, I gotta dress like you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you're not gonna even comprehend like where I'm coming from. There's no way in on God's green earth that you're gonna actually comprehend where I'm coming from right now. Like, I gotta break it down smooth. Do you get what I'm saying? I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid. Like, I know what I'm drinking. I know what I'm feeding my
We've
daughter
been
and the nutrition that's being put in her soul. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's how
we
it goes down.
we've been on for an hour and 30 minutes. I don't know nothing more than when you first came on here.
Well,
I
maybe
don't
we need
even
to do
gotta
a part
understand.
two and have another conversation because I'm gonna get onto this Priscilla chick.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
know
get there. We're gonna get there.
she's
Shout
over
out to the
somewhere else
said.
already. She's
Uh,
over somewhere else, and she's been on there for about an hour, and she's been trying to distract them from our conversation because she
who?
damn well knows what I'm talking about. This Priscilla chick, like I
Yeah,
done a
we're
little
gonna
live
get there.
about
We're
her,
gonna get there. We're gonna get there,
but
Simon.
she's been
Easy, Simon. Easy.
over somewhere else. She bringing her daughter on the damn live and everything, talking
Easy,
about
easy,
how
easy.
men, yeah.
Easy, Simon. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna let you go in. But right now we gotta finish up with Kendra G.
All right. I'm not actually gonna give her all my money, but the fact of the matter is if we get married, it becomes a 50-50 perspective. So if a woman comes into my life and I'm really sort of like going okay, and I trust in her in that sort of way, and I go, okay, I understand that if something happens to me, it becomes a 50 perspective, then, you know, that's what it is. Because I ain't really gonna put that forward to any I got family members.
Oh boy.
I ain't really doing that. Like we like what happens in a relationship, let's be real. What happens in a relationship is you have an understanding. So, if I have an understanding with you or anybody, like the thing is like you should understand what that means. So if I'm turning around to you and going, "Yo, I'm gonna give you 50% of my shit," it's like, "Yo, I want you to understand how to deal with it
She
because
got the cushion out. Do you
you
see
know
what's going
I'm
down?
gonna be gone."
Mm.
You are amazing, Simon. You are definitely amazing, man. I've never seen somebody who can, keep the roll going of, nonsensical dribble. I've never seen nobody can keep it going as long as you. Man. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! She was sitting there
Yo,
like, oh my god, let me pull this weave out
when
of
a
my head.
lady
Oh my
starts
god.
pulling, yeah, when a lady starts doing that, I've had employees in my damn office doing
I
that
ain't
shit
never seen
around me.
nobody that can keep it going that long, man. What this is about is a 50-50 situation that maybe we can go forward and then go backward, and then maybe
Facts.
on top of Monday instead of Tuesday, and then Thursday. And let me tell you something. I mean, man, golly, I
You're
I gotta
killing me,
take my
bro.
hat off to you, Simon. Man, you are the greatest. All right, Quantum is loving it, man. Quantum is loving it. He said, Simon is the master. Simon is the master of mystery. I love it. Oh boy. All right. Don't go away, Quantum. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. I think we're gonna put this Kendra G situation to bed. In the net result of this Kendra G situation is that you did actually get people to reach out to you, right, Simon?
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't ask for it, but yeah,
Okay. And so were they the kind of people that you were interested in, or were they not the
yeah,
kind of
and
people you were?
that was the interesting thing. It was exactly that. Do you get what I mean? some of these ladies look like real life models and stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Some of them came on my platform, um, you know, and they got in touch. They just wanted to chat, and that's the thing. I think, the whole idea around, I don't mean to be boring, but the whole idea around men just wanting to have sex is a problem right now. Like this whole thing, and especially what this lady, the queen maker, is doing in sort of making women think that that is what men are about, and we have no substance, or we just want something from them. No, we want to build with you. We want to have a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. This is tradition. Like some of us are traditional. Like, so when you turn around and
And most
start
men are traditional. I would say
blaspherizing,
most men are traditional.
yeah, she is out here being blasphemous. Like, going,
Who's she?
okay,
Wait,
comparing
wait, wait. Who?
Princella, the
Oh, okay,
queen
okay. Now
maker.
we on
She,
Princella.
I
Okay.
told you, she's over somewhere else talking some trash because she can. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like, this is the thing. I done this on yesterday. Like, imagine if I turn around as a black man and said, I just want women for their eggs. I just want them for their ovaries. Like, I've had the child. I'm a single father, right? I've had a child. I just want the woman for her ovaries. Be done with her. Like, move her to the side, basically, and then become gay. Do, do you know what this woman's saying? Like, this is some uh John Lucas Star Trek shit, like where you have all these crazy people in the room and you don't even recognize where they're from or what planet they're from. This is where we're leading with this sort of stuff. When you talk to a captive audience, and you have you have the respect from your listeners, and you're turning around and telling them to become something that you became just because you had a bad choice in your life. That's a real problem. It's a real problem. And she's got the angles and all her hands all over all of these black women going, yeah, I had this problem. I recognize you have this problem, but yeah, wait a minute, wait, this is the curtain call. You could be by yourself. You don't need a man, because I don't need a man. But yet she's still damn married. So what? How does that make any sense? Get a divorce first, at least, before you start talking.
This is
Do you get what I mean? It's weird.
okay, Simon. First, let's start out this way. Okay, so what we want to do is I want to play a little bit of this interview that she did on Tiny TKO, and to see if you agree with any of the points that she was making. Let's see. Here we go.
Okay.
Sexual conflict, let me explain that. This manosphere red pill and this thing that men and women going back and forth with each other, y'all know that is what? The gender war, right?
Okay.
They know that as the gender war. And they think that the gender war is some manufactured thing from the elites. The gender war, the black woman against the black man, and all of that. We heard it. But what people do not understand is that when you get down into the biology of the XX and the XY chromosomes, what you're going to find is what is called sexual conflict, where male and female sexual purposes differ. They are in
Diverge.
opposition of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So women,
Okay, first of all, do you believe that women and men have sexual conflict, and they will their sexual interests flow in different directions?
That is complete garbage. I mean, if you have any sort of understanding about how humans are born and what happens in the womb, and what actually takes place, you will really understand that she is just making this stuff up. Like, no, that's not, no, not at all. It don't work like that. Why do we have twins? What are you talking about, chick? I mean, Jesus Christ. It's so lateral. And
Okay,
you know,
okay.
you could all right, I'm gonna stop.
Wait. Well, let me ask you this: what is your biggest issue with her? What is the main issue that you have with her?
Um, I don't per se have an issue with her personally. I think she can just get on with her life and do what the hell she wants. And the fact of the
Right.
matter is that there may be many women out here in this world that thinks the same way that she does and acts the same way that she does. I've come
Right.
across them. My sisters have had friends that chose to go the other way, you know. But the thing is my sister didn't. So it's just a perspective as far as I'm concerned. But the way she does it is dangerous. I don't like the fact that she's coming out here and she's as smart as hell, and she
Agreed.
knows where to go to get the understanding and the backing of what's going down. So I don't underestimate her.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the
But
problem. That's the problem I
let
have
me
with
ask you
her.
this, Simon. She is smart, but why is she dangerous? Because I don't feel that she's dangerous at all. But some people do. So what makes you feel that she's dangerous? I disagree with her on a lot of points too, but I don't feel like she's dangerous at all. Well, put it
Well,
like
if
this:
if
I
you've
don't feel
ever
like
if you
she's dangerous to the general population. I don't feel that.
yeah, I mean, we'll see in time. I'm just saying, like, if you ever go to her platform and you hear exactly what she's saying, like, listen to it from beginning to end. Like, the danger is we already have a problem with marriage rates. We already have a problem with relationships. We already have a problem with men understanding women and how we can try and build our communities together. The only way I see us building up this black community is black men and black women being together. What she is doing is turning around and going, yo, I got this ice cream over here, and this is the ice cream that's only existing in the world, when she ain't spitting the whole facts. She's turning around and
I
going,
agree with
okay,
you on that.
she's
Definitely.
just, she's just going, yo, this is the way. And I think that's real problematic in any message. Like, even when I talk, I may talk some shit, but the fact is I try to be balanced. You get what I'm saying? Like, everyone has to have an opportunity. That's the real world. Don't corner people into a space just based on the fact that that you could be manipulative, and you're charismatic, and you could do all this sort of stuff, and you're gonna corner all these people and they're gonna have
But
problems. They're gonna
but
have real problems.
Simon, what makes her dangerous?
They're gonna have real problems in real life. That's what makes
Who's
it
they?
dangerous. The
Who's they?
women that she are backing into this corner,
So
that,
what
that
problems are
she
they going to have?
they're gonna
They already
experience.
listen to what I'm saying. They
Mhm.
already are not. They already are incompetent. Most of them, the women that are going to follow her, have already demonstrated their incompetence in the heterosexual sexual marketplace by selecting men that's going upside their heads, digging in their purse, crashing their cars, et cetera, et cetera. So they already demonstrated their incompetence, right? So if she's going to remove the incompetent women from the dating pool, how's that a bad thing?
Okay. Um, I'll tell you something. There's a reason why these women are out here talking like this. And
Talking
because
like what?
they're talking bad about men. They're talking like men ain't nothing and you can't have a relationship.
But
That's
it's
what
only
she's saying.
certain women doing that, Simon. That's what my point is.
Exactly.
There's only certain women doing that. And if she's going to pull those women off to the side, those are typically the women that have demonstrated a high incompetence in the sexual selection market. So if if those women are going to be pulled out of the heterosexual marketplace by Princella, who's offering them a choice of lesbianism or asexualism, why is that a bad thing? Let's go ahead and let her remove those people out of the marketplace.
The problem lies where it's an interpretation. So most people that are influenced by people, especially over the internet,
Okay.
are at a certain level, right? They can be influenced quite easily. Okay, so now you're taking vulnerable people as your marketplace. Like, she's running a business. She's not stupid. She's got books. She's got a website.
course,
Like, she's taking
of course.
vulnerable people into her space and having this message and messing them up because because she's okay, and that's wrong as far as I'm concerned, because
She's not okay. She's not okay.
well
It's,
well
that's why she
well
can
well
ring the bell. She can ring the bell and call the people
so
like the Adon, call the people to prayer.
so
She can call the people and they can come running because she represents everything that they've been through. She represents that. And she
right,
represents
so
that. And she says,
we
I have a solution to your incompetence. Not that we're going to fix the incompetence. I just have a solution for you can go somewhere where your incompetence won't matter as much, and that is in the lesbian marketplace.
she is the epitome of single people keeping people single. That's what she is. Like,
Agreed.
she's the total representative of that, and she has no shame about it. It's just like, I picked the wrong dude. I had a child of him, and suddenly, like, it went wrong for me. So
Well, she
I
has some
wanna,
real bad experiences, man. So we don't want to make light of that.
yeah,
She
I
has some
don't, I
real
didn't,
bad
yeah. So
experiences.
not everybody has bad experiences, and this is the thing. Although I've been divorced, although I was in a marriage, I have not had a, yeah. My ex-wife, she acted a bit crazy. Okay, now she's got over it. I'm not having a bad experience anymore. I ain't talking shit about women. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what am I gonna come up here and go, yo, I'm gonna turn gay because my ex-wife done me bad, and all men out here should be gay. Do you get what I mean? It's like, what the hell is that? Do you get what I mean?
Simon the
That is some,
Kingmaker. I think
Jesus
that's
Christ.
calling you the Kingmaker, Simon.
That's what, I might have to do that one. Thank you, bro. That's a new one.
Women,
But you know what I'm talking about.
women are
Are you
bad,
friendly?
and we all need to go to the rainbow party there, right? Come to West Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right, Simon, hold on. We got one more. We got a question we got to answer real quick, and then we got to get
You
to
gonna open
another
the panel
question.
up? Has anyone got questions, or are you?
I'm gonna open it up for questions in a few minutes, Simon.
Right.
But Black Pine says no. It's just that women want quality love, and men want quantity love in the relationship. There's reasons why men are the way they are, and part of it is they've been told since they was little that it's not the quality of women that they get, it's the quantity of women, right? It's the quantity of quality of women they get, right? They want a lot of quote unquote women that look good with the beauty appearance and everything, right? That's what they're told that they should want, right? You shouldn't want a fat girl. You shouldn't want a tall girl. You shouldn't want a girl that isn't like a beauty queen. You shouldn't want that. You should only want a small window of what you should want in a woman. So men have been told this since we were 2 or 3 years old, right? So when we get to an age where we can actually put some of this stuff into practice, we've already been conditioned to that's what we want, right? So unfortunately, that is the situation that happens, and men have been told that sex is the ultimate goal in life as opposed to love, right? So that's why they run around trying to get sex until they figure it out, and then at some point in their life they say, man, you know what, running around getting sex is a lot of energy being wasted, a lot of money being wasted, a lot of time being wasted just trying to get sex from women. Now, I'm not talking about trying to have a relationship with them, but trying to have sex with them. So this is the situation, right? And I think women figure out a lot sooner because they have to deal with more realities of life. The children, if a child comes, typically the child will be with the woman, typically, right? So women have a lot more realities to deal with, which will promote them to mature faster into saying, you know what, me jumping around on every penis out here not gonna work with this kid. It's not gonna work with these kids. So I need to try to find somebody who I can, spend life with, right? And so they come to that realization a lot faster a lot of times than us as men. All right, let's get to Vaughn had a question. Vaughn said, the danger. I asked the question, what's the danger with Princella, right? Princella going around, hey, come on over to the lesbian camp, right? We'll solve all your problems over here, right? Okay,
Hmm.
so what's the danger? So Vaughn said the danger is that she's leading people to stray from God and how God intended us to live. That's within itself is not good. I agree with you, Vaughn, but many of the people she's going to lead astray are already astray. You know what I mean? It's not like she's going to go out here and tell women in good relationships, hey, you need to drop that man. The women in good relationships going to say, yeah, you crazy, right? If you ever seen women that have their life, have their stuff together, a lot of times if they listen, if they hear Princella talking, they say, I ain't got no time for that chick. I mean, hey, go ahead and handle your business, do your thing, but I'm good where I'm at, right? So I think it's I don't um I think the people that she's going to resonate with are already off the reservation. They're already gone.
I disagree. I mean, the thing is 9 times out of 10, women have 3, 4 chicks in their ears talking some nonsense about how they've had a bad relationship because they picked bad. Do you get what I'm saying? If you go on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, any of these social media platforms, you'll find the population is mainly feminine. Like Facebook is they started it off, okay? Like males only got into this space because we needed to, because we needed to have a voice for ourselves. We needed to speak amongst men. And that's gone kind of sideways based on the fact that we've allowed women to actually come in here and do this nonsense. Do you get what I'm saying? So
What,
she
what,
is
what, what,
completely.
what, what is she doing? That's like, I mean, what is she? I mean, what is
She's
she
coming in.
doing?
Yo,
That's
if
so.
this lady turned around and started speaking to my daughter, I'll have to slap her in her face. That yo, the way she speaks is terrible. Like I can't even understand how she's a mother. She's on her damn platform and her child's in the background. And most of these women are out here like that. They're chatting and spewing some stuff rather than being an actual woman in their house and taking care of their damn household. They want
Well,
to like make it look.
I want you all to hear this. I want you all to hear this. Okay.
They
She's
want
going
to
to
make it.
say, she's going to say that women were the first creatures on the planet Earth, and that they can reproduce themselves. They don't need sperm to reproduce. She said that she's going to say this. So I want you guys to
She
listen
she
carefully.
She said you could get a condom. She said you could get sperm out of a sock. That's what she said. She said you could get sperm out of a condom lying on the floor and just like put that in your pussy and everything's gonna be good. Do you get what I'm saying? What is this woman talking
But
about? That
but
is
okay.
crazy.
Well, first, before we get emotional, we got to look at the facts of what she's saying. Is what she's saying factual? So first of all, we got to consider the factualness of what she's saying, right? So I want you to hear what she said, because I don't want people to say, "Well, Clarence, you disagree with her." I do disagree with her, but I do think that she is needed in this space to clear it out. You know what I mean? You gotta have a clear out. You gotta have a every now and then you gotta have a what they call a rapture. You gotta have, somebody that comes in and pulls the gets the bad apples out, right? So um let's hear Princella. This is Princella on Tiny TKO, and she's going to say that women do not need sperm; they can regenerate themselves.
Jesus.
Produce offspring by quality. It's quality over quantity for the
Right.
female,
Right. And for
right?
men, it's
And
quantity. Right.
it's quantity,
Spread the
right?
seed far and
And
wide. Yes.
absolutely. And so the earliest species on planet Earth were female.
Hmm.
Female is the biological norm.
Okay, so she just said that the earliest species on the planet was female, right?
That's good. What
That's a
what
very
what
open statement.
relevance
What do
is
you
that?
mean?
I mean,
Female tigers, female humans, female ants,
how can
female.
you
What
say
what,
that? I
what do we
mean,
mean female?
this is
Okay.
the thing. It's like when people start speaking about anthropology, they talk like they know what was on Earth. Like, what age? We're in 2023. You came from a generation, so you're learning from somebody else. So, depending on what books you've read and what you're paying attention to, can mean either here or there. So when she turned around, start saying, "Oh, females were the first," what relevance is that? She was born by
Well,
somebody. Someone was her father.
this is her primary mission statement is that the female was here first. Everything started with the female.
Okay,
And
chicken and egg.
well, you're gonna hear her. She's gonna say
Mhm.
men were just, a
Nothing.
happenstance that
Yeah,
was just,
men are nothing. Men are nothing.
with them as female decided that men should be brought in because they need somebody to carry the bags upstairs. Well, I don't know. Right. So we're gonna listen to Princella
Goes back to
and
my
you hear the
Dusty,
rest of this garbage. But
my
right now
Dusty conversation.
she just said that females are the females were the first species on planet. What is species? What
Don't lie to these chicks.
which species? Right? Females were is the first species. Females are not a species. That's a gender, right? So, but she said that they're species, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
because
go.
that's
Let's
how
continue.
she sees it. She sees it like that.
Let's continue.
Norm. And the earliest species of female copied themselves asexually, right?
Mhm.
And so basically making clones.
Right. Okay.
What?
Did you hear
What?
what she
Wait.
said? Did you hear what she just said? Did you hear what she just said?
Yeah, she said they cloned themselves. That's what she said.
Okay, so she just said something that's biologically impossible is that two females can get together and reproduce themselves. If they could, they would be doing it now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
how's that possible?
I would like her to explain that, but
right.
she's not.
Well,
She's not going to explain that. But
let's
maybe
listen because
she on her page she explains it better, but she's not going to explain it here. But I just want to show and see where you personally, because I personally have disagreements with her. I don't have any. I'm like you. I don't have any personal issue with her, but I definitely have disagreements with her rhetoric. So this is another piece of her rhetoric. Now this is her saying out of her own mouth that females could reproduce females could reproduce
like
themselves.
magic, just like magic,
without men by magic, whatever, right?
She been watching too much Harry Potter, man.
Whatever,
what's up,
right?
Jesus,
we're gonna listen to a little more.
Walking through walls and everything. What the hell?
Reproducing more exact copies. Well, in changing environments, you need genetic variation to ensure survival. So later on down the line, males were produced. Okay.
Okay. How were the males produced? If the females can get together and produce only females, where'd the males come from? That's not being explained, right? Is that being explained? That's not being explained, right? Males will reproduce,
It's like, geez, dog, come on.
I gotta say it like you, Simon. Abracadabra, right? I mean, where these guys coming from?
Abracadabra. Exactly.
All right, where are these guys coming
Apparently,
from? Now,
we just came out the seashores, and we were produced by a fish, and the dinosaurs produced black men. They're talking nonsense.
Man,
what are you
she's
talking
way
about?
past dinosaurs. You'll see in a minute. But do you agree with what she's saying? Anything she's saying so far?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to see if it was just me, right? Because I heard you saying some things about, but I just want to see. People think that I'm a hater. Like people think I'm a hater, and I don't. I have a problem with her personally and all this. I really don't. I just have a problem. Of course, if she's saying statements that I feel are untrue, of course it's going to conflict with me, and I'm going to say something about it, right?
I just think she needs to listen to some LL Cool J and chill the fuck out. Like at the moment, like she's like, I need love.
No,
you know what I mean? I'm like,
therapy.
Jesus Christ.
She needs therapy. This is the same lady that said, everybody in the world is either a pimp, a hoe, or a trick. That means my children,
but
your children,
we're not chefs, we're not builders, we're not plumbers, we ain't shit. Right.
No.
We ain't nothing. We ain't building the washing machine that makes you sort of get your damn laundry together and all that. No, we ain't done none of that.
You're either a pimp, a hoe, or a trick. This is These words came out of her mouth, right? And then her true believers will always say, "Oh, well, Clarence, she didn't mean it that way. She meant it this way. This they try to try to put a little twist on it to try to make it sound better or whatever." Okay, but she said that. She ain't never backed off of that, right? But anyway, that's the whole nother thing. But what I wanted to do is I want people clearly to see that it's not me making up stuff on her. I don't hate her. I don't have nothing against her. I don't even know the lady. But my thing is, if you lying, if you saying something, you should be able to substantiate it, right? If you're talking about you have all this peer review, you should be able to substantiate it, right? Okay, so let's get back to this is Princella the Queen Maker on Tiny TKO, and she says that women can reproduce themselves. They don't need men. However, some kind of way men just showed up on the scene.
To carry extra genes
Yeah.
for those environmental changes. Okay. When
Why would you need men? Wait a minute. If women are so perfect, why do you need men? What if women can reproduce themselves, why do you need men in the first place? What do you need these extra genes for? Holy smokes. Holy smokes, y'all. Hang on to your hat.
women have daughters, women pass down mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is only passed down from mother to daughter. And women are born with all of the eggs that they will ever use. And within those eggs, if those eggs are girl babies, the eggs are perpetual. They have a eternal line. It's an eternal line that never ends. However, when the male reproduces himself, he cannot exist unless he passes down a Y chromosome, and he can only pass that Y chromosome down if he copulates with a female.
Yeah.
He cannot do it on his own, which puts the male in a perpetual state of scarcity and survival.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. What do you think, Simon? Oh, Simon must have stepped out. All right, y'all, let me tell y'all my thing. Let me tell you guys where I stand with this here. Okay, so she just said that, the male cannot pass down his genes. Well, let me tell you something. You know who decides what gender the child is at conception? That would be the father, right? The female only carries the X chromosome, while the father carries both the Y and the X chromosome. The father decides who the gender of the child. The father decides the nationality of the child, the heredity of the child. The father decides that, right?
Yeah.
Just not that it's not a conscious decision that he makes, but it's just it's a biological decision that happens by his participation in the activity of copulation, right?
Yeah, and this is why her message is so dangerous, because she is turning around to women and making them try to think. And I'm
Well,
I'm
I say
gonna
she's giving out bad information. Definitely, she's giving out very bad information.
I'm gonna say think that they're in a position to be miseducated by somebody who is turning around and going, okay, this is okay, based on my experience. I mean, anyone, any decent person out here, any person who just wakes up in the morning and wants to do good by their family, anyone that strives to build from their spawn, like, we lay down with people, we go through the most with people, we have people around us, and we take all that shit and we turn around and we take all the pleasure as well. Now if you're about to understand the depth of just being able to have somebody around you that's willing to be your partner, and then have a spawn, so you have a child, that is a freaking miracle. So to turn around and go, okay, that don't mean nothing. That's bad. Not even Tina Turner done that shit when Ike was beating her up. Like, let's get this shit straight. Like, this is when you get personalities up here that are turning around and going, okay, we need to take out a whole damn section of something we knew about all our life. That should tell you, well, I'm allergic to something. And if you're allergic, cool. But that don't mean the rest of the world needs to be allergic. I don't drink milk. Okay, cool. Like, I ain't gonna turn around and tell the rest of the world don't drink milk. It might not be good for you. But I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what she's doing is she's turning around and she's going, yo, I had this experience with this person who I chose. I personally chose him.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. I had a child with him. And now it didn't work out. So I'm gonna turn around and tell every other black woman on earth.
Well, here's
Don't do
the
it.
contradiction in that. Here's the contradiction in that. So many women like her end up in situations where they have sexually selected someone to be in their be in their circle. They sexually select this man. The man go upside the head, do this, do that, try to pimp them and do all this stuff, right? Unfortunately. And but instead of saying, hey, maybe it's my incompetence, maybe I should learn better the things that how to sexually select someone, as opposed to just going out here and getting the best dressed, the best person with the best car. And maybe that's not the best way to select somebody. Maybe there's a better way of doing it. But no,
Right.
instead, what people like her do is they just say, this is called a logical fallacy. This is called a logical fallacy. What they do is it's called poisoning the well, right? So it's saying, hey, I got a drink of water out of the well and I didn't like the way it tastes. Therefore, you shouldn't drink out of this well. None of the water in this well. Well, maybe
Right.
the water that you got up, maybe something flew in it and by the time the bucket got up there, maybe something happened. But you're saying, hey, don't even drink out of that well, right? It's called poisoning the well. So you're telling everybody else, don't you drink out of this well either. But that's just
Right.
not that's a logical fallacy, because guess what? The well is so big, and as far as when I mean well, I'm talking about the pool of people, the pool of men to deal with is so large that you have plenty of opportunity to pick a person that has a better character than the people you've been picking. But they want to pick the dude with a nice car. They want to pick the dude with all the money. They want to pick a dude that's making has a high income. So those things don't necessarily mean that the guy's going to be a good person. And
Right.
that's what they don't understand. That's what so they just say, all men are bad. All men are
Yeah.
this. All men are this way. Right.
When there are millions of wells in the world,
Right.
they're just going to one well and going, okay, this is the well that I found. I found this well. I'm proud of I've had so many chicks turn around and I don't even want to be funny, but
Well,
I'm just saying,
let
like, they'll send me pics
me,
of things
let me
they
say this real
built.
quick. Let me say this real quick, Simon, and then I'll let you finish. Charles, if you have anything that proves that the pH of a woman sets the gender of a child, please put it in the chat. We will go investigate it. But as far as we know,
That's nothing
the
to
father
investigate.
is the one that determines the gender of the child, because he carries both the X and Y chromosome. Women only carry the X chromosome. You need an X and a Y chromosome to have a boy. You need an X and an X chromosomes to have a girl. The father carries both. The female only carries the X chromosome, which is dormant. It's dormant. The
This
father is
this
the one shooting live rounds.
this
Right?
guy's Charles
The-
K. Senior. All right.
Yeah. Shout out to Charles Keys. But yeah, so the man is shooting live rounds. The woman is her thing. If it does not get life isn't shot into it and brought into it, it will be discarded as waste by her body. Not no one else will come in and clean that out unless she pays for it. Typically, the body has its own process for removing an ungerminated egg that lands itself into the uterus. The body will remove it, right? That period is called, no pun intended, period, but that period or cycle is called a monthly cycle of menstruation, right? Where that egg is there, it hasn't been fertilized, it is then removed from the body, right? For
Right.
then to prepare the body for another egg that will come and fall down, right? For another time of where they have a time where they're looking to be fertilized, right?
Right.
All right, y'all. So this person, we just want to see what we want to deal with here is actual facts. We don't want to deal with speculation. This is my opinion. This is this. When we start talking about science, now we got to go into actual facts. This is
The facts
actual
are women out here like this are getting distracted. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they're
I
getting
get it,
they're getting real distracted with what they're supposed to be doing.
but I get it. But Simon, don't you think that the women that going to listen to her should listen to her and follow her lead, and then way we can get rid of those people out of dealing? See, because guess what? You as a man, right? You a single guy, right? You out here. Let's say Princella don't do her job and she don't get all of these crackpots out of the way. You fall in love with one of these crackpots. What's gonna happen to you? She gonna tear your life apart?
No, I
Right?
think that's the point. I think that's the real point. I think she's looking for a man. I think like she needs a man to come into her life and sort her shit
No,
out.
I doubt. I
She's
disagree
out
with
here trying to yeah, I mean I think like she's out here just pulling a message out of her butt cheeks and trying to sort of like get all these women to turn around and listen to her when realistically what she really feels deep down inside is that she messed up a bit and it didn't work out. And okay, so now I'm gonna turn around and speak to all these women about how I'm feeling. But I'm a smart chick, so I'm gonna put it in a certain type of way, and they're gonna follow me. Yeah, they will follow you. They're gonna listen to you, but at the end of the day, it's like you're just gonna mess them up, because that's the only issue I have with her. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why I come on crusty dusty because I don't even want none of these ladies coming up and checking me. Like I don't even want to speak to none of them because it's
All right,
like
man.
at the end of the day.
I'm not going to even try to convince you about that anymore. Let's just move on with Priscilla. Let's just move on with Priscilla, man. All right, so here's Priscilla. She's explaining that women can get together and they can regenerate themselves, just women, right?
Yeah,
They
but
can
by
some
some
type of
miracle
way
oil that some other
they
woman's
can just
created.
have women and they can just reproduce just women, right?
Hmm.
Furthermore, men just came out of nowhere, right? Men
Hmm.
just
We
came out of
dropped
nowhere.
from the sky like rain.
Yeah, right. so, so, so that's where we're at right now. And hey, is this coming out of Clarence's mouth? Is this coming out of Simon's mouth? No. This is coming out of Princella's own mouth. Okay. All right, here we go.
Because male fetuses are more fragile in the womb than females. Male sperm is more fragile. So from conception into the grave, the male is fighting to survive. So when he gets here on planet Earth, after going through all of the obstetric issues that he can face in utero, he comes out and has more issues with survival. So men's psychology is hardwired for survival, where women's psychology is more about existing in abundance.
Oh,
You have, go ahead.
that's our reminder to take a break. So let me.
Okay.
So listen. So what we need to do for this break. So I want you to do this too, Princella.
Yes.
Get up out of your seat.
Mhm.
Move your hips, squat, stretch, do something. I know your makeup is looking all pretty and everything, but what we're going to do is
Yes.
we're going to take a
What? Tanya needs some.
Yeah,
Tanya needs some
she was
glasses.
she was smiling at Euro. That's where she was smiling at. She was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Princella's not a bad looking chick, but I mean, man, all of that is a little.
no,
That's a little
she's cool.
short,
I just think she needs a man in
you
her
know.
life, and you know what I'm
I
saying. But
you know,
maybe
I
she
just don't
don't.
go
I don't
for her.
know. I don't know what she's dealing with. So you know, but salute, bro. I gotta get out of here because I got my
All right,
thing going on,
all right, man. Thank you for
and
stopping by. I appreciate you, man. Any last words you want to throw up here, man? You know, any last words you want
yeah,
tell us?
support the channel. Let's talk a better black life. Do you get what I'm saying? We need to. I think this is gonna be an ongoing conversations. Salute, and you know, bless the families of our black people. Brother Clarence, straight out of Compton, man. I appreciate you. I'm coming from London, so yo, man, it's been a privilege. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me out, and have a good weekend. Okay.
You too, brother. You too, brother. And may you
All
have more
right.
success on your channel, man. Saw you had over 200 subs. Good for you, man. Good for you. All
Thank
right. That was Simon. I'm gonna pull you down, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. All right. That was Simon Hectic, man. If you haven't already subscribed to Simon, get on over there to Simon Hectic and subscribe to him. You know what I mean? And his channel. Um, okay, I really want to get his opinion on a couple of different things over here about Princella, but let's move it up. I want a couple more things, and then we're gonna be out of here, y'all. Couple more things, we'll be out of here. Let's see. Here we
For
go.
survival.
Johnson, why are you naked? Because my t-shirt sucks. Look at Gibson. He's wearing a true classic tee.
And that women
Mhm.
are wired for, let's pick up where we left off.
Yes. So because the male has to struggle to survive, because in so many different ways, it's as if the uterus or the womb is trying to get rid of what is different in the womb. So males have a lot of deficits that they have to struggle through.
Yeah.
And so when when a woman is pregnant with a male fetus, the male child leaves Y chromosomal DNA scattered across the mother's brain so that he can ensure that she gives more care to him than a daughter, because girls are the stronger sex. They have more emotional intelligence, they are smarter, they have less deficiencies. Males have a lot of deficiencies and they need so much help, and so their struggle for survival is stronger than the female. So because the Y chromosome is so degenerate, it's missing a lot of genes. I'm not I'm just saying what it is. You know what I mean? Because these are they're facts. The X chromosome has way more genes, thousands of genes, compared to the only a few hundred genes on the Y chromosome, which makes males have a lot more deficiencies than females. And
Wait a minute. Is this true? Is this true? And if so, how come males are, typically bigger, stronger, faster if they have so many deficiencies? I'm not saying she might be right about the X chromosomes having more, right? Obviously, the X chromosome, a female is going to have more of the X because it's two X's coming together. So obviously, they're going to have more of X type chromosomes than in the Y chromosome and an X chromosome coming together. That would make sense, right? I mean, if two X chromosomes come together, you're doubling what you got, right? But if an X and a Y come together, there's one X and one Y, right? You're short on both ends, right? I mean, according to what she's saying. I mean, let's just be logical. Let's be logical. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll give her that. I'll give her that. That will make sense. I just explained it better than her, but that would make sense. Okay, let's continue with this is Princella. Gonna do a little more, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Makes them more codependent. So men or male children are born in scarcity and survival. Scarcity and survival are the two staples of men that make them who they are. Females, on the other hand, they're born in abundance and they're born to exist. The female does not have to fight to pass her genes along. She is born in sexual abundance. She's born in sexual abundance. The male is born in sexual scarcity. So in a natural environment, the average male would not make it because he would have to be the fittest in order to survive, to pass his genes along. The majority of them don't make it. So in this system that has been created, patriarchy, the male, even the most unfit male has been given access to a woman to pass his genes along. But men, you need to understand that they move to pass their genes along in abundance. So it's not quality versus quantity, it's quantity over quality for them. So one woman ain't enough, even if you give him one woman. And the reason why you end up with men who unalive women and they say, if I can't have you, no one can, because males operate in scarcity and women are a resource to men.
All right, y'all, what do y'all think? So far, what do you think? Right? So then he said, Brooke Clarence, does it look like Tanya, the host, is understanding, following her? Oh, yeah, she's very supportive of her. Very, very supportive of the Queen Maker. Very, very supportive. Even with all the chicanery that she's spitting out, very supportive of it. Very supportive of it. And so, you know, I just Diamond, she said you're not fine. You're really not happy with one woman. You really not. You can't be. You so messed up as a person. You can't be. You as a man, you just can't be happy with one woman. I know. She says a lot of stuff that's unfounded, right? And then when you say, hey, but I know somebody who's not like that. I know men that's not like that. She'll say, well, I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about the collective group here. Okay. Well, then you have to qualify what you say. And she is horrible at qualifying what she say. Hey, a lot of the men that I have run into, they ain't happy with. See, that's what she should say. She should use some qualifiers, right? That would make her sound a little better, right? Still wouldn't be right. It still wouldn't, be the truth. But it would be better, sound better, saying, "Hey, this is my perspective," and as opposed to this is law. This is how this goes. And don't go like that. All right, y'all. Let's get back to the Queen Maker a little bit more, and then we're out of here.
Women and sex is just like food and water to men. So when women are free, it bothers men because they live in territory, scarcity, right? They aggression, all of these things, conquering, right? So their existences are diametrically opposed to each other, which creates the conflict. So if I want you to look at my hands, if the natural flow is going this way, in order to make it go the other way around, you have to force it inward. Heterosexual relationships, and I'm not talking about just sex, I'm talking about literally maintaining a full relationship, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, responsibility, all that.
Mm-hmm.
In order to maintain this, both parties have to go against their nature. Men.
Okay. So she just said, now I'm listening. I'm sitting here listening. She just said that heterosexuality is unnatural. Did I hear that right? Did I hear that right? She just said that it's unnatural to be in a heterosexual relationship. You're practicing heresy, right? That's what it sounded like she said to me. But I know one of her true believers will fall through here and they'll say, oh man, Clarence, what are you talking about? You misheard her. You misrepresented her. You took it out of context, right? I took it out of context, right? She just said that men and heterosexual relationships are unnatural. She just said that. What is it me? Is it me? I'm just listening to this lady, right? I don't have no beef with her. I don't have no nothing against her. I actually I've turned the corner on her. I hope she is successful because anybody who thinks like her and is going to be swayed by her, we need to remove these people. Let them if they're not going to get therapy, let's get somebody to get them out. Let's give them to the lesbians. Let's let the lesbians handle them, right? Let's let the lesbians have them. What's wrong with that? Let the lesbians deal with them. Maybe the lesbians can get them into therapy, right? They're definitely not going into therapy in the heterosexual marketplace. So let somebody like her pull them over into the lesbians camp, right? Let's get them over there. Let's get rid of them. She's the one that can do it. Hey, let's get rid of them. If they're not going to go to therapy, she's the first one. What she should do is say, hey, y'all, I'm going to therapy. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to therapy. Y'all, if y'all really want to work on yourself, go to therapy. But you can't sell books as an author saying you going to therapy, right? You got to be Kimosabi. You got to be know-it-all, one who knows it all, right? Kimosabi, right? Ain't that what Tonto used to call the Lone Ranger? Kimosabi. Kimosabi. Him go into bar, Kimosabi. I go in back, you go in front, Kimosabi. Right? They wouldn't even. There's a reason why you never saw Tonto in the bar, right? They wouldn't let no Indians in the bar, right? Oh man, Diamond said Princella the killer is out on the loose. Yeah, man. I mean, but hey, look. When you turn the corner on her and you finally say to yourself, what is she really doing? Who is she really going to attract? It's like she's not getting the women that know what they need in a man, know what they should be looking for in a man, know what it's supposed to do with a man, and can do something with a man. She's not getting those women. She's getting women that's incompetent in this heterosexual selection market, just like her. If we can get them people out of the marketplace, we're going to have a lot less problems. We're going to have a lot less problems. If we had somebody like her on the men's side, and we had her and that person together, man, hallelujah. We could get rid of all of these people that's causing all these problems in the marketplace. Von Bryan says, but Clarence, I've heard her speak of military experience and what she thought about it. I'm just wondering if this is why she's so bitter towards men. No, Von, she's been through a lot. She has she is very, very, very incompetent at heterosexual sexual selection. She is very incompetent. Therefore, I'm gonna say that's why a lot of women go into the lesbian marketplace is because of their incompetence in the heterosexual marketplace. They're so incompetent they can't pick good men. They pick men that go upside their head. They're digging their wallet. They drive their car. They crash their car. that sleep with their sister, sleep with their mama. They pick men like that, right? Because they had a nice car, they had a big bank account, so on and so forth. And they say, well, this dude must be solid because he got a nice house. This dude must be solid because he got a good business. This dude must be solid because he got all this money in the bank. He got this nice car. Well, in reality, it takes more than that. It takes more than that to measure a man up by just saying, oh, well, he got all these things, therefore, that's the mark of a good man, right? Shout out to Mandrell, by the way. Shout out to Mandrell, the Big Picture. If you haven't already subscribed to the Big Picture, get on over there and subscribe to the Big Picture. Yeah, man, this is and of course she is talking all of this stuff about men, but where's the facts? Where's the facts to back this stuff up? And then another thing I don't understand, she always says, well, I use peer review information to back up what I'm saying. Well, how can you use peer review information when most of those peer reviews are done by men? But if men are not worthy, or they don't have the characteristics of good credibility, how can you credibilize use their information, their peer reviews, to back up what you're saying? That's another contradiction there. I can't say all women are bad. Women should never be listened to. But I got all this peer review information from women that I can use to show you how bad women are. That's stupid. That makes absolutely no sense. But hey, man, like I said, me personally, I wish her the best. I hope she is very successful with what she's doing, because we need somebody to pull all of these people that would even think about following somebody like that off the marketplace. We need them out. Let's get them over to the lesbians. Let's get them over there, right? I say go, Priscilla, go, right? Let's get all these people, anybody that will follow her, let's get them over to the lesbian camp, right? Because anybody that will follow her is probably presenting enormous problems here in the heterosexual marketplace. Let's get them out of here, right? If they're not going to go to therapy. Now, if they're going to go to therapy, yeah, we will let you stay if you go to therapy. But I would say that this lady is not going to push you into therapy, because if she pushes you into therapy, just like the rest of these life coaches, they're not going to push you into therapy. They're going to say, come talk to me. Give me $65 an hour to come talk to me. I have no training on how to deal with somebody that's has serious traumas. I have no training in none of that. But here, I'm going to be a life coach for you. You want to really be a life coach for somebody? Get them into therapy. They got serious traumas. Get them into therapy. They don't need a life coach. When they get out of therapy, maybe they might need a life coach when they got some goals they're trying to achieve, and they just got different issues that are popping up, circumstances that might be popping up. But when they got serious traumas that's affecting their whole life, they don't need life coaching. They don't need that. They need therapy. Vaughn said, I don't want to be responsible for pushing anyone in their camp. I'm not pushing nobody in their camp. Man, if you say anything bad about her, that's when you're pushing people in their camp. I'm not saying nothing bad about her. If you say something bad about her, the people come running to her defense, right? And they go running, jumping in her camp. I'm not saying nothing bad about her. I'm actually saying go be in her camp. I'm saying, hey, let her do her work. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I had to let somebody out of the building. Oh my gosh, the regular guy locked her in here. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go. We're back. We're back. All right, y'all. We're gonna this is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna wrap up. I mean, I can go on and on about Princella all day, man. Really, I can go on and on about her. I really don't. I'm really not trying to, go on and on and on about her. I mean, she just has so many different things that are just contradictions, right? And I really wanted to get Simon's opinion because I was gonna play a video of his where he really went in on her, but he had to go. Obviously, he's got his kid, and this is what this is 10 o'clock p.m. for him, right? Where he's at in England, right? So it's 10:30 actually, or 10. Where are we at now? He's let's see. Yes, it's 10:42 for him p.m. So he's probably like, Brother Clarence, I'll get a drink. Did you hear Simon say that Kendra might be feeling him? Is this dude crazy? Man? Simon is Simon is a fool, man. Shout out to Simon, man, by the way. But man, Simon is a nut. Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna start wrapping up, man. What y'all think about Simon, man? What y'all think about Simon's performance today? Very solid. Very solid. Yeah, solid. All right. Simon's not so bad when he ain't drinking, right? When he's drinking, ouch. But when he's not drinking, he can be pretty solid dude, man. Pretty solid dude. Just I think the dude really has a lot of inner pain that he's in, man, and he needs some therapy. He needs to go to get some therapy, man. Clarence, why you saying therapy, man? Because that's a start. That's a start. I mean, if you're not going to try and plow through it yourself using some type of discipline, religion or martial arts, some type of discipline to try to crunch through the trauma that you've been through, most people can't just pack it away and say, well, that happened to me then. I'm over it. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna change my whole game. I'm gonna move on. Most people can't do it. So that's why I'm saying therapy. Because some people, they need therapy. I believe Simon needs some therapy. I don't know. I wasn't able to even convince him I definitely wasn't going to convince him that he needs therapy, right? I wasn't able to convince him that he needs to be, you know what I'm saying? He thought that Kendra G was giving him action. That's how crazy Simon is. I say, man, Simon, you crazy, man. But anyway, what do y'all think about Simon's performance today? Very solid, very solid, very solid. I had to give him here we got the EP. Got the EP slipping in the door. What's going on, sis?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
So far, so good. Have you been doing them homework assignments I've been giving y'all? Have you been doing them?
Bruh, listen, the homework assignment I'm doing right now is this child services stuff. You know I'm
Oh
doing.
yeah,
So
yeah, oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I peeked in and, and then I let you did your thing. And I literally just got through with 3 in a row and my brain is fried right now. So
Now, what
when I
exactly you doing again, Patrice?
well, I'm going through the process to become a foster parent.
Oh man, shout out to you, Patrice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. On behalf
Yeah, I
of
want to give back to a child. I want to help, a black child that is in need of some parenting. And it's just going to be right now. It's not nothing indefinite, but definitely something on the foster side where hopefully the child can transition and be back reunified with their family member for whatever the mother or the father or the parent may be going through a situation. And listen, when I tell you guys that this process is so much stuff that you think because you
oh
were a
yeah,
parent that actually had a child and raised a child, but when you talking about somebody else's child, oh yeah,
yeah,
it's a whole different
yeah,
ballgame.
man.
Just going through this training stuff is hectic, but
Yeah.
I am done with my final class. So, well, next week I'll be done with the final class, but I'm done with my final courses, I should say. But
Right
it's
on.
very interesting.
Maybe we need to
Very
talk about that. Maybe we need to have a show about that, foster kids. Maybe we need to do we
yeah,
need to do a show about that.
I made that decision because I see so many of our children, especially specifically Black children that fall through the cracks that need homes, need guidance, and then with me being a mentor, that wasn't far beyond. It's just a little extra going the mile that I decided to do on my own regardless for a child, and to hopefully that child can get back and be unified with their parent. But we'll see. But it's just my part of just playing my part and being a part of something bigger than myself, something to help someone else. So that's
Yeah,
all.
shout out to you. Shout out to you. I don't know where else they're talking about foster kids, but man, we need to do it here. We need to do it. We need to do it. So
Yeah,
what's going on
especially
with you
Black
today?
children. Especially Black children. Nothing, just busy with that. Got back from Vegas. My Vegas trip was really nice. I had a great time performing. Yeah, so I've been kind of listening, fading in and out of your conversation with Simon, him going on Kendra G's show. And then of course the latter part that you were doing on the maker.
Yeah,
Yeah, interesting.
yeah, man. She
And
said a
I
lot of
agree with
stuff.
your stance on, you don't see these people that want to be your coaches, want to be your cult leaders, want to be your advisors and things, advising these people to get counseling because there's something deeper going on with them, right?
Of
And they're
course. Yeah.
not saying that because they want to be the fixers, right? They want to be the end all be all for these people, and knowing that a lot of people in our culture and community have trauma, have things that we need to deal with. Now, when I went up there and spoke to her on what's a B Taylor's platform,
That's my phone. Sorry
and
about that.
I brought up the therapy thing. She slacked over it real quick. And I said, well, you said yourself that you got therapy. And oh yeah, well, I got therapy. Like I got the help that I needed. I'm trying to help all these other people. See, I can fix these people. See, then I was like, oh, you fix them. You
Yeah,
don't advise them to get help so that they can be fixed, and go through the process on their own. Right. So and we got to remember she was in the service. So she probably was, like Leon said, she probably was forced to take psychological therapy in order to get out of the service. That's usually the process for people that are in the military, right? And
right.
I wish Mandrell was still in here. He can probably come up and talk about that. But a lot of them have to take that to qualify to retire or to get out or, to pass some type of qualifications for the service. So maybe that was more so forced upon her, not to say she went on her own and got it. So, but I just don't like the fact that, she's not a promoter of that. She's not a promoter of talking about the big elephant in the room, if you will. Like I said to her, we're not talking about the elephant in the room, and that's the trauma that a lot of our people go through or have been through in our culture, and how we need to be in therapy for a lot of verbal, physical, sexual, emotional, psychological, mental traumas that we've experienced right within our families and things like that. So yeah, I just find that they're not big promoters of that, and then say, maybe I can coach you through some things,
Right.
instead of when you have a difference of opinion, well, see, you ain't read my book. You ain't read. Well, hello, I'm literally up here questioning and giving you pushback and challenging the subjects that you're talking about, and you want to. And when I do that, you say I haven't read your book. What does your book have to do with the point you up here making now that I'm challenging, questioning, and you just want to push your book back to promote? And I get it, you try to
Right.
promote your book instead of saying, "We're in my book. I do A, B, C, D, E. In my book, I recommend this, that, and that. It's on page this of that." That's how you do references. That's how you have a conversation, not get offended and deflect and all of that when you have a difference of opinion with someone. That's called a
Yeah.
conversation. But anyway, she's the only one that wants to be right on the platform.
There
So
you go.
there you have it, which is what most of
That's it.
those types want to do. They want to be the smartest people in the room. And when somebody else with some intelligence come and have that intellectual stimulating conversation with them and give them pushback on an intellectual level, when you're trying to put physics and science and philosophy all mixed up into one, sometimes you can get a great big ball of confusion,
Right.
right? And
Right.
so to say, and then you're pushing the most of the books you're reading are from, the Caucasian persuasion mentalities, and some of those people were some of the most diabolical leaders of our time, right?
Right.
So how about make it make sense to of a lot in a logical way, right? So when you take psychology, they'll tell you that in psychology class, right? So some of the most diabolical people were some of these people that wrote these books. They mix a lot of that all stirred up in one. And if you don't have the mindset to analyze and dissect the difference between it and know when someone is sprinkling a little truth wrapped in a whole lot of lies, then you're gonna,
Yeah.
of course, get bamboozled to be trans in a trance by what she's saying, right? Without,
Right.
because we don't read for the most part. They say anything you want keep from black people, put it in the book, right? Because
Right.
a lot of times we don't want to read. A lot of times we don't even want to watch documentaries on psychology. Not necessarily listen to somebody or go and make an appointment with one and sit up and have a conversation, right?
Right.
So it just gets kind of, the conversation with her just gets kind of convoluted because she doesn't like pushback or challenge. She doesn't like no one questioning, the things that she's saying at all. And that should be an honest, open dialogue of a conversation without her getting upset and deflecting back on the person or giving them some kind of, drama because they disagree respectfully with a lot of her points and views.
Yeah, I think
You got an echo, brother.
yeah, I got an echo on my mic. Hold on, let me switch.
You good now?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
you sound better.
Okay.
I
All
hear
right.
you. You hear me okay? So
Yeah,
so
yeah, I hear you. I
that's
hear
my
you.
only issue with her. And it's just unfortunate because when when you are gaining such a momentum and gain at a such fast pace and gaining such followings that people is literally almost looking up to her like she's some god complex. That scares me. That
Yeah,
no,
that's fair.
seriously, like that really scares me with our people to know that we are in a desperate need and a search and a longing for something so bad that we would get uh you know we would get hypnotized, so to speak. It's like going into a trance, if you will, and it's almost like it's becoming a cult following, with certain people that are influencers and have a platform. That's why you need to be careful with who you choose to listen to. And if you cannot decipher between the truth and a lie, just because she give you a little truth wrapped up in a whole lot of lies, you got to
Yeah.
be able to decipher between the two and analyze both and know when you're being led astray, both based off of, I can tell you the sky is blue and you look outside and it is blue, but inside that blue sky I'm giving you a whole bunch of ball of confusion of lies. So what are you going to do with that?
Mm.
you know so, but anyway, it is what it is. I don't care to, all I needed to do was listen to her a few times and go up and have the conversation with her, and my own conversation with her. I already got my analysis out, which is what I thought it would be. But of course, you want to test the waters for yourself, not based off
Right.
of all the time
Right.
what someone else tells you about someone. At least that's how I am anyway. It's like, okay, let me go see, what all the hoopla is about. And I
Yeah.
did. And It's exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you ought to see. That's what I want. I want everybody to see for themselves. I don't want anybody just take my word for it. Just go see for yourself. I don't know if you heard some of the stuff I played here today, but I played to where she said that women could regenerate themselves. They don't need sperm to do that. They could just constantly have children, or regenerate themselves as women, and they don't need sperm to do that.
Well,
Now,
say what now?
she basically said women can have female children without men. If
Meaning, like, go to a sperm bank and still find some way to
no
use
no
their
no no no
sperm to
no no no
procreate?
no 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 no. I mean minus the sperm, the intervention of the sperm. This is what she just said,
If,
and so
you saying you mean do it like with two women?
I guess I'm assuming that's what she's saying, right? She's saying that they can successfully uh make that happen, right? I don't know
Wait,
how that would happen.
repeat that. Make what happen? Repeat that again.
Okay. She's saying two women can get together and they could make a female child. And then the female child can make other female children. They can all reproduce themselves. So me and Simon asked the question, well, where's the male? What do you need men for then? Why are men even here? If you can reproduce by
Well,
yourself with
did she
reproducing.
explain the science behind that?
No, she
Did
was
she?
talking to your girl, Tanya TKO, and she said that women can just reproduce it. So she never defined this or
Uh-huh.
defined any type of factual information that backed that up or nothing. She just said this out of her mouth. Right?
Oh, so
You can
we're
see it
just
if you
supposed
go
to
look at the
believe it
replay.
because she said it. Oh, I get it. We're supposed to believe it because she said it, right? Which is what a lot of them, you just believe what I said because I'm saying it and it's coming out my
Correct.
mouth
Correct.
with no
Correct.
substantial statistics or data or scientific or eugenics. Like, on what premises are you saying this? Is my
Because I
question.
said it, Patrice. I said it.
Because if you, I mean, because even when you said with two women, it makes me think of, the Brad and her partner, but they still had to use a male counterpart to produce a child.
No, no,
So,
no, no. She was specifically talking about women without the intervention of sperm, period.
okay, yeah, yeah. And so my question is, when people are interviewing her, are they not asking the deeper questions or ask for scientific or some kind of philosophy or some type of data or statistics behind what she's saying? They're just believing it just because she said.
Yeah,
I mean, this is what
basically.
we do.
Basically that's what's happening. I mean,
Mm,
they're just taking their word for it and saying, "Hey, well, since you said that, and they're checking out just like Charleston, they just, oh, you said it, oh well, then it must be law, right?" Vaughn said it's all
right.
in their book. I haven't read
So,
any of her books.
so she referred you to buy the book in order to get the answers.
Maybe she didn't do that on Tiny TKO show, but that's probably why it's like that. But I can't see any mathematic way that could work. I would need to see that it could work mathematically before I would even. Why would I buy the book? I wouldn't even buy the book if I know that already the things you throwing out at me about from the book are not correct or incorrect. Why would I even go buy a book of incorrect information? If I'm looking
Right.
for information to help me and I'm trying to go into a better direction, why would I buy a book that's going to mislead me? I don't want that information. So
Interesting.
that's the problem I'm having about buying her book, because I would be interested in buying her book if what she said was making mathematical sense, but it's not making mathematical sense, right?
We
Because
mathematical, genetics,
right.
engineering, science, philosophy, something like give me something that I can research. Don't just say that something so profound like that and then don't tell me where I can research that, look that
Right.
up, read that, get statistics and data from that, and then come back and have the conversation with you.
I
That's
mean,
what she's
that
not
would make
doing.
sense, right?
other
That would
than
make sense.
referring me to your book that you're saying something, but are you because you read a couple of mostly communist whitewashed books written by white men, and then when I brought that up to her, are you not even creating a balance with giving some black philosophy concepts here? Like all your books you've read are by white authors about some of the most tyranny people of our time. And then of course she throws Malcolm X, and she says one little aspect from Malcolm X, but that's still that's not. Like, give me more substance of Frederick Douglass, W.E.B. Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Dr. Francis Quells Wesley, Neely Fuller. Like, come to me. Least let there be a balance there, right? But see, again, and that's unfortunate. What a lot of was taught to our children in schools too, because we never had the Black history books of the Black philosophers, the Black engineers, the Black scientists, and things of that nature. We never was taught in schools to read their books. So for her to say that that's where she gathering all her data and her information is from more white philosophers and scientists books, I got a problem with that, because you're not giving me no balance of someone begging to differ or having a different opinion based off
Yeah,
of that book that you read.
yeah. I
So
don't know what's
that's
going
what
on with
I would challenge her with. But again, she would, get defensive, of course.
Of course. And see, that's why I'm trying to tell Vaughn. You're not gonna force anybody to go over there. The people that she's gonna get to go over there, they're gonna go over there. So okay, let them go over there. They're probably not the type of people that we gonna probably want in the dating pool anyway. Just if we could have a guy, if we could get the male version of her to remove those type of dysfunctional people out of the male side, we would be great. We could get all of these people out of the way, and the people that are really serious about trying to find somebody, a good person, they could have a less of a situation where they have the chances of having somebody like one of these dysfunctional people to be involved with. That number would go down on both sides, in my opinion. So I turned the corner on her. I said, okay, you know what? Hey, she's gonna get these people out of the way. Hey, let her get them out of the way.
Well, I mean, you take the people that Jim Jones persuaded, and they drunk the Kool-Aid, right? There's always
Right.
going to be people like that, unfortunately, because a lot of people are naive and gullible and easily persuasive without actually digging deeper than the surface and doing their own research on things. They rather just believe something because somebody said it. And that's the problem we have in society, because we believe a lot of things that people say without checking it out for ourselves. And that's our responsibility to do. At the end of the day, we can't even fault her if they if they continue, if she
Yeah.
got those type of followers, if it's like a cult like
Yeah.
setting and a cult like following, and she got them. At what point, sometimes you got to take that finger and take that thumb that's pointing back
Yeah.
at you and say, I have to hold myself for being accountable for listening to that foolishness and being brainwashed by that foolishness.
Right.
But it's unfortunate that a lot of people are being conditioned, social engineered, into this new wave of cult like followings and influence on social media.
Yeah. It's a terrible thing, man. It's a terrible thing. Our people, man, we just lost. We just really lost. We're looking for something. We're looking for something to help us, but we really lost, man. We really are lost, because we following. I don't want to say we following, but we are definitely giving people like this opportunity to have a shot at our lives, which is, it don't make no sense.
I just worry about the influence, that people out, the younger generation that's going to go out into the world, that be decision makers and shot callers and leaders, of communities, and making detrimental decisions based off of the influence of somebody else. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
part, for me with the younger generation that I worry about. I say, listen to her so that if your intellect is intelligent enough to decipher the difference, and you can analyze and break down things and know that the one main focus she focuses on, is she what she want to say about men being incapable of loving, and as human beings, and what God
That's another one.
and what God instilled in us all, what the creator or higher power, or however you look at it, instilled in us all, is the ability to have the choice to love or not to love. We have that in us all,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
So to say that the opposite sex is incapable of that, come on. If they now, everybody's capable of having it, even with people like when we interview Brother Leon that has narcissistic personality disorder, which I think sister had that too. But that's another story. But not that they are not incapable of love or empathy. It's just that the trauma has caused them not to know how to do it, right? But you
Right.
can learn. It's a learned
Right.
behavior, just like that monster of narcissism was created in him. It could be created in him, and in turn, and for him to have empathy, for him to know what it is to love and be loved. That's a human emotion that's in all of us if we choose to exercise it.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, girl. All right, girl, we're gonna get on out of here.
All
Got any
right,
last
brother.
words?
Post Simon, I saw I saw that clip of him on Kendra G. And first of all, I want to say, Simon, why did you go up there intoxicated? That's not a good look, brother. Okay.
Man, I tried to tell him
Number
he
one.
wouldn't listen to me. Maybe you listen to you. He wouldn't listen to me.
Simon, if you're listening to OG Patrice, that was not a good look, brother. Because listen, if it had been a sister went up there like that, y'all would have never let us live it down. Y'all have been
Man,
talking about it for
come on
days,
now.
right? But
Come
this is
on
the
now.
thing. This is the thing. And I love Simon dearly since I've met him 3 years ago on this platform. But
Okay.
Simon has of lately been coming on the platforms intoxicated. To me,
Oh,
that's a sign of a deeper issue and a problem. And I
agreed.
would suggest to my brother that I love, whom I come to be very fond of, to get some help. There's probably
Agreed.
some help needed there. There's probably some therapy. There's probably some counseling of some sort. Because if you're going up on public social media platforms and embarrassing yourself in that way, it's not a good look, brother, at all. And you got to be a representation of a strong Black man. And I don't care where you are in the world. That's what you need to shine and represent at all times, because you have children, and you definitely have a daughter. I know for a fact that is in your presence a lot. So that's what I would say to him, is don't get up on a platform like that again and embarrass yourself in that form, in that way.
Agreed. I mean, I think I think the brother's just hurting inside, and and he doesn't have any guidance. And people think therapy is just a bad thing. Is that they're gonna hook you up to these electrodes and all that. Yeah, they just go.
Oh,
People
Clarence,
going.
I'm in therapy. I made
I
that.
know.
I said that on your
I'm
platform.
saying.
Like I
I'm
got back
saying.
in therapy for my triggers. Like, and listen, and I'm glad because I'm progressing. You heal. You get you able to deal with life stresses and triggers of the world. Like we all possibly can have them and know what they are. But the problem is when we acknowledge and know we have them, what are we gonna do about them? Are we just
That's
gonna sit
the
and
thing.
just talk about them and know you have them and do nothing? Or are you gonna do something about them because you want to get better?
That's the thing.
You
That's the
gotta want to
thing.
get better.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But see, this is the thing. I don't know. I don't know about females, but men, we really
Hard.
have a bad
Yeah.
thing about the therapy, man. We feel like, hey, man, nah, because you're gonna dig up something that I don't want to deal with. So I don't want to, I'm not gonna go, right? And
Yeah.
I'll just deal with the
Well, Brother Leon said that it was hard. How many times he walked out that
yeah,
office?
right. I mean, it's hard for us as men. So I get
I
that.
do.
I do. I really do get that. But what I'm saying is, sometimes they need to hear from like you guys, you and Sister Annie, you guys are women. You guys can come at it from a female perspective, and they for some reason they just listen more to a woman saying, "Hey, bro, this is a little bit off. Maybe you could go get there." Because see, I think in men's minds, it's like, oh, well, they're gonna do all this stuff to me, hit me up to this lie detector, and they're gonna go but it's not like that. It's just you're gonna go and just talk to somebody,
No,
and
exactly.
and they're gonna try to give you tools to help you try to deal with it, and so you can either overcome it, or if you feel like you can't overcome it, at least you could deal with it. And you have when you got these triggers, you hit these triggers, you can have some tools to handle it, right?
Yeah,
But
they give
men
you
don't look at it like
tools.
that. They
Exactly. And
think
the cool
people gonna
thing
think
about
they're
it
weak,
is, yep.
and
And the cool thing about it is, if you feel more comfortable talking to a male, find a male one. If you find more
right,
comfortable talking to the opposite sex, find the opposite sex. If you feel more comfortable talking to someone of your own ethnicity, you got choices. You literally get to pick and choose, your therapist, and what you want them to specialize in, what you think and what you need. And the cool thing is about it, this is somebody that don't know you from a can of paint, that's not gonna judge you one way or the other. One way or the other. They're not there to judge you. They're there to help you help yourself,
yeah,
right? To get
right,
better, to
right,
deal with your traumas, to deal with your triggers, to deal with your stresses. That's their job. What they're not there to judge you. They're
right.
not there to say you are a horrible person for doing this, because first of all, they know you're a grown person and know right from wrong. So you know when you've done something wrong or horrible, right? So
Right.
they not there to browbeat you with that. They there to say, well, let's explore why you did that. What were you feeling? What was the cause? Or they there to dig below the surface of the thing, not the thing itself. And that's what I learned in therapy, because they're not judging you in that sense. They want you to get to the root of the problem of what's causing you to trigger, what caused your trauma, and I know that's hard for us in the Black community. It's hard for women, but it's extra hard
Yeah,
for men. It's like
yeah,
telling y'all to go get y'all yearly checkups and stuff.
yeah, man.
You know what
Ooh,
I mean? But the
man.
whole thing, because listen, men bash other men. Oh, you weak. You need to get therapy, man. You weak.
Yeah,
You this, you that. You a sim. That, like, listen,
yeah,
if you got issues, you need to, if you won't heal it, you need to go and start that process. And forget
yeah,
what somebody else tell you. And besides, if you don't get on platforms and tell nobody you're in therapy, they'll never know you in it.
yeah,
You don't have to share that information.
yeah.
But we talk about it, and I share mine because I want our people to get there. I don't want people to think that Patrice is all perfect and ain't nothing wrong with her and she ain't got no issues. Like, hell to the no.
Hey, hey, hey,
You
hey,
know,
hey, Patrice.
like, I
We are
got some things,
Patrice.
I need to talk to somebody.
Patrice. We know already. We know you ain't perfect. So
That part.
we talking about? We talking about? We
Listen,
just thought that. Just saying.
listen, brother, I text you all this week. I was feeling real sad because my girlfriend passed away,
That's
right?
right.
I deal with my emotions where I used to didn't. I used to just suppress them, because that's what we in the Black community have been trained to
Right.
do in our household. Suppress this,
Right.
suppress that, suppress that. It ain't that bad. How are you feeling? Hell, I'm feeling like shit today. I'm feeling
Right.
sad. My friend died. You know what I mean? So I cared about her. She's the person that I cared about. I love. So
Right.
yeah, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling bad. And what did I do? I text y'all. I said my friend passed away today. I said I'm feeling kind of sad, and I had to say that in my therapy today when I went to, because she be knowing if it's something different in
Mhm,
me. She's like, you
mhm.
look a little sad. What's going on with you, Miss Patrice? And I told her, I said, well, I had a friend passed away, a dear friend passed away. I found out about it, and I don't know. It just happened all of a sudden, and yeah, I'm kind of sad about it. And she said, okay. And I love when they say, let's explore that. Now I be wanting to get that stuff out. I don't be wanting to
Yeah.
keep all that stuff
Yeah.
buried deep down in me, because it's like a tick, tick, boom, waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't want to explode and take something out on somebody that's undeserving of that didn't
Yeah.
ask for that. That is,
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's like, deal
Definitely.
with your feelings and your emotions, know how to handle them, know how to compartmentalize them, know how to deal with the stresses of life every day. Y'all know it's enough going on in the world now, but then when something personally hits your doorstep, it's a little bit different, and it hits a little bit different.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
So yeah, men, just, yeah, I would encourage. Oh God, I would encourage our men. I'm out here, just having conversation with people when I perform, meeting people from everywhere, whatever, and I'm seeing it. I'm telling you, it doesn't take long. All you have to do is have a conversation with somebody long enough to see. Be like, man, and you look and say, man, I'm blessed compared to what she just said she or he just going
Yeah,
through. Like, whoa,
yeah,
but
definitely.
we talk to each other only to a certain extent about it, but we won't have that conversation about therapy and getting help. And I think that needs to be definitely encouraged and pushed more in our communities and in our culture. So that's
Yeah,
all I want to say, brother. I'll digress, and thank you for letting me come up and give my little
always.
soliloquies.
Always, girl. All right. Yeah. I was gonna ask you something, sis. Did I forget? I'll ask you. Maybe I'll run into you tomorrow. You think you'll be up tomorrow? Maybe you be out this. Be able to tap in tomorrow.
Yeah, because I want to talk to you about a show too. So yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. And also, I think we need to bring your. I think we need to bring. Oh, this is what I was going to ask you. We need to bring your niece back and talk
Yeah.
about therapy and really have a discussion about
Yep.
therapy
Exactly.
in the Black
Yeah.
community and how
I
we.
still want to do that show though on toxic women, and I think we can kind of go off into the therapy from that.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's do it.
Toxic mothers or just toxic women in general. I've been doing some research on some stuff too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, brother. Love you. Salute to
All
the
right. Love
chat.
you
The
too,
chat
sis.
is where it's at. Love y'all.
There you
Peace.
go.
All
All right,
right.
girl. All right. Peace.
All right, bro.
All right, later. All right. I'm gonna bring you down, sis. All right. That's my sister, y'all. I love that girl, but she crazy sometimes, right? But one thing about Patrice, if she with you, she with you. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Patrice ain't no half stepper, man. If she with you, she with you. If she ain't feeling you, she ain't feeling you. I think that's most women that really are passionate women about things, man. If they with you, they with you. If they not, they not. You know what I mean? So I got a little text crew that we text each other, and I'll be like, hey, okay, y'all. I give them an assignment every day. I say, okay, we got to do this, y'all. We got to do that, y'all. We gotta look out for somebody today, right? Shout out to Patrice, man. So but she's always supporting, doing stuff for people, man. And I'm always saying, hey, let's do this for somebody we don't know. Let's just do it just because, and let's do it the next day. Let's do this, right? And so Patrice is always supportive of that. So shout out to Patrice. All right, y'all. And by the way, she might be back tomorrow. Hopefully, she will be back tomorrow. I don't know I don't know what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta look into it. But Patrice, if you guys want to hear Patrice, she'll be back tomorrow, and so don't miss that. But she had a friend pass away, unfortunately. A very well connected friend of hers passed away, and she, so if any prayers you can send out to Patrice, man, anything you can send out to, just say, hey, Patrice, sorry that happened, man, but keep chin up. Just you ain't got to send no money, but just hey, prayer, throw a prayer up, well wish, you know what I mean? People out here, man, that people out here that going through it, man, you know what I mean? And everybody looks like, oh, everybody puts on that exterior mask, right, to go out and deal with stuff. But man, some people are dealing with some real hard stuff, man. But they know that they got a bigger purpose than the pain they feeling, and they just keep on walking, right? But shout out to Patrice. All right, let's get out of here, y'all, man. We've been here how long? 3 hours 15 minutes. Simon stayed a lot longer than I thought he would, so shout out to Simon. Appreciate him for that. What do y'all think about Patrice? Patrice just came up here, right? What do y'all think about Patrice? Right. Shout out to OG Patrice, man. I'm glad to have her come up here. Sometimes it's good. I come up here, I say a lot of stuff, right? People just blow me away, right? They say, man, Clarence, you don't know what you're talking about. But somebody like Patrice or Sister Annie or Risa could come up here and say something, and then, guess what, Clarence? Did you hear what Risa just said? Risa just said that. I said, I know. Did you hear what Sister Annie just said? I know. Did you hear what Patrice just said? It so eloquent. I know. I said the same thing an hour ago, right? I said the same thing an hour ago. But some kind of way it'll fall on their ears better if a female said it to them. If one of our beloved sisters, man, that's really trying to, do this work and try to help our people, one of those type of sisters do stuff or say something to them, they'll catch it better. So shout out. That's why I'm glad that the sisters we have here are here. You know what I mean? They can come on and they can, pretty much say, what they need to say, what they think can help. I may not see it that way, but I ain't gonna stand in their way because I'm a male and I might not see something. They may see something as a female that I don't see. So I just stay out their way, right? Plus, Sister Annie, Sister Annie's a Taurus. I stay way out of her way, right? All right. So anyway, so yeah, y'all check us out tomorrow. Probably going up about 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. Dominic said we have to understand the conditions that created people like Priscilla. Oh yeah, we do. We definitely do. We do. I mean, we understand the conditions. That's why I don't take that lightly. When Simon was saying, "Well, she just," I said, "No, man, let's don't make light of her experiences, right? She has been abused. She's been through a lot of different stuff, right? That was the construction project that made her who she is, right? And so, even though she might be saying things that people want to hear, unfortunately, she's driving them to the ditch in the long run, in my opinion. But most of them are so far gone anyway. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. You like Lot telling people, "Hey, don't go down to Sodom and Gomorrah," and the people are like, "We going." Right? Right? When they came knocking on Lot's door, hey, those dudes you got in there that you've been putting up? Hey, send us out. Lot was so messed up, man, over that. He said this, "Hey, I'll send my daughters out. I'll send my daughters out to you. But these dudes, man, you can't have them." Right? He's willing to sacrifice his daughters. Right? Because man, it was on and popping because man, the whole society of Sodom and Gomorrah was like, "Hey man, you're gonna give us those guys that you got in there, man. We wanna romp them, right? we want to be physical with them, as Sheena Easter would say, physical. We want to be physical with them." But Lot said, "Nah, man, I'll give you my daughters first before I give you the men of God." All right. But the point is, many of us could be led astray. And in this wicked world, man, it's so hard. It's so hard to, avoid the wickedness that's out here, man, because most of the people don't see it. They can't see it. They look at this world and the only thing they can see is trying to get money and women. They can't really see the wickedness that's in their way. There's sand traps all over the place to catch them. They know you trying to get to these women because they put that thirst into you as a man. They put that thirst into you from you was 2 years old, from cartoons to music to drawings to whatever. They put that thirst for you in. They pre-programmed you already to be thirsty by the time you 10, 11 years old. You already thirsty, and you feel like you are not getting your thirst met because you ain't got no woman. Just 10, 11 years old. By the time you get 13, 14 years old, you figure you deserve a woman. Why is something wrong with me that I don't have a woman? There ain't nothing wrong with you because you don't have a woman. It's not time for you to have a woman, man. Everything has a season. The time for you to have a woman is after you have taken care of a few things. How you gonna have a woman and you haven't taken care of a few things? Then if you have a woman, now that's another person you're responsible for. Not only are you responsible for yourself, you're responsible for another person. That's then you conceive a baby. Now you're responsible for three people, 2 additional people besides yourself. Right? Yeah, definitely, Risa. You know, I didn't want to push you, but I was about to start pushing on you, girl. Like, hey, you missing out. You missing out on some real positive love. and we need you. We need you in that group, right? Because sometimes Patrice says crazy stuff in there, man. We need somebody that's gonna say something back to Patrice. Hey, well, I won't do it. I won't do it. He won't do it. He ain't gonna do it. Rico ain't crazy enough to do it. Rico crazy, but he ain't gonna do it. Vaughn ain't crazy either. Vaughn ain't that crazy. Well, Vaughn a little crazy, but he ain't that crazy, right? But we just got a group, man, where we just be positive to each other, man. We push each other. We tell jokes to each other. We laugh. We talk. We throughout the day, man. You know, we just hit each other. Hey, watch this. Go watch it. I mean, man, it's just fun. It's just all fun. It's all good times. So we need you, Risa. We need you in there, man. So please hook up with us some type of way. Hook up with us, man. Get your number in there so we can start sending you stuff, right? Patrice says she love her memes, right? You know, Patrice always sending crazy stuff out there, man, with all her memes and all of the, you know, all her animations and stuff in there, man. We all do goofy stuff in there, man. That's when we just be goofy, man. But hey, man, come on and join us, Risa. Come on and join us. And, you know, anybody else that wants to join us, man, if you want to join us, hey, you know, hit up Sister Annie, hit up Patrice, hit me up. Say, hey, man, I want to join the text group. You know what I mean? We just have fun. You know what I mean? We all got problems, right? I got a son right now. We about to go to court on Tuesday. He ain't even paid his lawyer yet. I'm sitting there looking at this fool like, how come you ain't paid the man yet? I got to go meet with him tonight to go over everything and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to go. I've been telling this boy for a year to get this thing together, right? Right? But he take off of work when his girlfriend get mad at him. He take off of work when his girlfriend get mad at him, right? But here I got his daughter. I'm like, hey man, we got to go to court for your daughter, bruh. I mean, this is something that we need your attention like right away. But man, anyway, yeah, man. Sorry, Sister Annie. I just get excited, man. Just want us to, have a party. But anyway, yeah, so we all got problems. We all got problems. So none of us out here perfect. None of us out here flying high and nothing like that. Unfortunately, cat got unalived down the street from my house, right there at the corner, just hanging out, doing that gang stuff, man, hanging out with the wrong people. And my neighbor's sister was standing there chilling with the dude, right? Because she's all up into that stuff. But she was standing there chilling with the dude. And it wasn't even a rival gang. It wasn't even a rival. It was dude said something, and you know how men are. It's either over money or a woman, right? Dude said something they wasn't supposed to say. And one of the dudes from the same gang pulled the weapon out, and my neighbor's sister was standing right next to the dude when he caught one and fell down. She said they started running in all different directions, right? Police been over there for 2 days. They can't figure out who it is, right? But there was a crowd of people standing right there. Everybody knew the cat who did it is standing right there. But ain't nobody gonna say nothing, right? No snitching. So now they're gonna let this killer keep running around with them, right? I mean, I can't understand the hood sometimes, man. That hood mentality, right? I can't understand it. But anyway, y'all, we need more positivity. That's what we're trying to give y'all here is more positivity so we can be positive. You got enough negative stuff going on in your life, man. Come on over here to Let's Talk to Better Black Life. Sometimes we talk about some stuff that's tough, right? We talk about some tough stuff, but we try to keep it positive, and we try to give you a positive vibe, the way you look at it, the way you want to handle it, the way you want to do things with it, man. Yet at the same time, we ain't telling you what you want to hear. We telling you what you need to hear, man. Some of y'all need therapy. Some of us need therapy, right? Well, who's therapy for, Clint? Well, it's for whoever wants it, right? If you think it can help you, take it, right? There's some people that are mentally they able to overcome it, they don't need to go to therapy, right? They can overcome the situation. This God just made them super tough like that. They can just overcome it, right? Mentally, they can walk away from trauma and not let it affect them, in their current life, right? They can use some type of discipline, religion, or some type of discipline. They can use that discipline to discipline their mind on how to get over it, how to push past the trauma that they've been through. And then there's some people, man, they're just not at that level. They're not there yet. So they're gonna need some intervention, right? They need actual human being to sit down with them and say, hey, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Why don't you tell me what you're feeling? You know what I mean? And just discuss it with you. But most people need therapy. You're right, Diamond. Most people do need therapy, but you know what it is? It's not so much the therapy, it's the consistency of having somebody who will listen to you. That's the best thing that's in therapy, is the fact that there's somebody consistently going to listen to you no matter what, right? Because even your wife is going to say, damn, man, I'm tired of you. Leave me alone. Be quiet, right? I don't want to hear that no more, Clarence. Be quiet. But you got a therapist, man. A therapist is doors always open. Doors always open, right? No matter what you want to say, no matter what you do, doors always open. So go check them out. Anyway, y'all, let's get out of here. Let's go home. Well, you guys are probably already home, but let's you guys go be with the rest of your family the rest of the day. We're gonna get out of here. Okay, so we'll meet back here tomorrow. I don't know what time. I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but I'll try to put something together tonight, and maybe we can have it ready for tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.